call it. But it's very weird.
I
Weird website.
Where did I used to see a bunch of Israeli memes like
Oh,
back
God.
in 2000.
What do they find funny?
Or not Israeli memes, sorry. Memes in Hebrew. But like,
Okay.
I asked my Israeli friend to translate them.
Okay.
That's why I
are they
call them
funny?
Israeli memes. Let me find it. Do you know who Living Tombstone is?
I do know who Living Tombstone is.
I was asking him to translate this shit.
I see.
Because I think I can just find it real fast. And I want your take from it. I want you to see what you take from this and what it means and what it. There you go.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, there's a lot of culture going on here that I am not privy to.
Culture.
And that's what I love about memes is it's how you view another culture. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Apparently it says tough in training, easier in battle.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And he says, oof. So obviously there are puns on well-known phrases in Hebrew.
Okay.
And that's kind of all he said.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Well,
perfect.
That's very thing. something. But
and we're live.
Just dropped me out of nowhere. I think I dropped out of a plane.
Welcome to that's how you play Fortnite.
It can be like that. I don't know if he is or if we are actually live. Let me check something.
Okay.
Let's see.
I think I went live as soon as you said the word Israeli.
Okay, so we're off to a rollicking start.
Hello, everyone. It is me, John, and I am joined with my co-host Tyler and David Evelyn. These are my new friends. Ben is dead.
We killed Ben, but it took two of us to replace him.
Mm-hmm. He left a big hole in our hearts, but he shouldn't have betrayed us.
He said he didn't want to read Baki. He didn't want to get swole with us.
Yeah, he said readings for dummies, and he started eating the book, and I said stop it. David Evelyn worked so hard to translate that, and you're just gonna eat it, and then he just kept going. So
amazing.
But he did say that the words did taste good.
He said that. Yeah, he said that it was a good choice of words, which is a compliment to David's work here.
I'm flattered.
I have to introduce myself. Do people know who I am?
You
Jason enough?
We mention. I mean, I feel like we mention you on almost every stream we do. It's always somehow. Like, yeah, I always feel like I was like, especially Ben, because Ben was like, I was like, he was talking about live action One Piece, and he was like, oh yeah, I was watching it with Tyler and some other guys. So like, tangentially, you have been mentioned.
Yeah.
But
people might know who I am. I'm Coisplay on all social medias. I do photography, and if you only know me on Twitter, you don't fucking see that. But I do a bunch of photos. I've worked with a bunch of big dubbing companies and Toei and stuff, and I did Good Time Zone's live action videos for the longest time, and Team 4 Stars, and Funimation's photos, and a bunch of shit.
Thank you for getting me context of Funimation. I got a video in the works, and Tyler helped me get in touch with like just the right person. So like, that's a video in the works. I don't want to say what it is. Tangentially, I'm not going to say that word anymore.
Tangentially.
Tangerines on your genitals.
Hell yes. Related to an old anime that's getting a re-release later this year. So that's a little hint, but it's a video about that, and I'm getting a little help from someone at Funimation. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And now, David, you've possibly been mentioned, but you should just say who you are anyway.
I've been yapping like on and off in the background, like the peanut gallery. Yeah, no, I'm David Evelyn. I'm a manga translator. I've worked with like pretty much every like not East Coast, every Western manga company like Viz Media, Seven Seas, Kodansha, probably missing a few in there. Square Enix,
all the old or all the big ones, because like haven't there been like a billion companies that got founded in the last like 2 years?
Manga Mavericks.
Actually,
shout out to my boys at Manga Mavericks.
That's true. Yeah, Manga Mavericks. I know those boys very well. The Manga Mavericks crew. Shouts out to V Lord and Sasaki and Rum Alum and Colton. They're all great people. Yeah, and I work with one of the ones that actually two of the ones that have just been founded. Which the publisher Baki, which is Kodama Tales, and the one that was also an Abrams Books subsidiary, Kana, which is based off like a French manga publisher. They put out City Hunter and Cat's Eye.
Oh, sick.
I should have known the French were involved.
The French love City Hunter.
They do.
That was kind of like the impetus, but like it's solely run by Abram Books, which is a American company. So like the French have like a little involvement. Like it's basically bankrolled by the French, but not really owned by, like it's not managed by the French, if that makes any sense.
You know what else the French love? Gachi Akira. They got that way before we did. Like the manga. They had big events and stuff, and I was so pissed about it.
The French manga sphere is just so much bigger because they got into the sphere because comics is kind of like a cultural thing over there, and manga is sort of like a subsect of it. So the scene over there is just so much bigger. It's like it's got so much more motion, and they've been pumping out books like left and right for almost 35 years now. So and I work with Kana, which is a American subsidiary of their French branch. But yeah, and I work on City Hunter too with Comics, the license holders of Hokuto no Ken and Hokuto no Ken, City Hunter, Kengan Ashura, and all those works.
Nice.
Have you worked on Kengan Ashura and Baki?
No, I've only worked on Baki. That's a Kodama Tales thing, and Kengan Ashura is actually it's run by I can't remember. It's actually not Comics. I think it's Comic Key. I think Comic Key has that or something like that. I can't remember. Okay. Too many companies, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Exactly, and now there's so many more people getting into it. If I had the money, I would.
Yeah, it's not a lucrative business, I'll tell you that much.
I want to bring Shamo to the West.
Well, if you have the passion and the capital, you can do it.
Is Shamo the manga where the guy has sex with the fish?
No, that's Salmon.
Salmon.
And I literally just posted about that on my Instagram.
I guess this is what I'm missing by not having an Instagram.
Yeah, dude, fuck. Read Salmon. If you can find Salmon, read it. Oh my god.
You linked it to me, so I it's not that I can't find it.
Well, guess what? You can't find it now because it's not on Manga.
Oh shit, that's unfortunate. Well, yeah, when you found your manga company, also get Salmon.
Yeah.
Or Salmon. Is it actually called Salmon, or is it? Are you saying Salmon funny?
Salmon.
Don't
Isn't it Salmon?
Salmon?
I think the L is silent.
I thought they changed.
They patched the word salmon.
No, I thought his name was different.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure that salmon is, or is it salmon? I think it's salmon. Salmon, but it's still the L is silent.
Okay.
So it's salmon.
Well, hey, so historically, I don't know how to read, and it's great that I am doing a thing on manga.
You have probably read the most manga of all my friends.
I used to own like 500 volumes, and then I became homeless and had to sell it all for $50.
Jesus. That's what you get. I mean, that's what you get for working with Funimation.
Yeah.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll be out in the streets in a fucking barrel in 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
Oh, nice. Oh, David, I need to ask. I saw a tweet from you. Is your birthday June 25th?
No, it's August 25th.
Oh, okay.
The manga that I was promoting for releases August 17th.
Got it. I got okay. I saw you say like, oh, me and this author have the same birth month, and then I saw 1725.
Me and the author of Undead Unluck share a birthday month as well. Which is August, and it's actually we're also like in the same year, but he's like 4 days apart from me, so that's just like kind of weird. Weird coincidence. All these mangaka share a birthday with me.
Can I ask you a question that might trigger my anxiety?
What's up?
Are you younger than me?
I don't know. I'm 1989. I'm Heiseichi, so I don't know.
Okay, I love that you said Heiseichi.
Oh my god. I had to translate that in my head.
That rules. No, okay, I'm 93.
Okay.
So, and then Tyler's a baby, a tiny little baby born in 1994.
1994. I mean, that's fun. I mean, like, it really fucks me up when I meet people and their birthdays like, oh, I was born in 2000, and I'm just like, no, stop.
Oh, dude, one of my best friends in the anime AniTube sphere. Hayden, everyone knows Hayden. Hayden's been on before. I have a little brother who's 6 years younger than me, and I always think of him as like a baby brother, like because he was always so much smaller than me growing up. And Hayden was born the same year as my brother, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the passage of time always it fucks me up like crazy. Like my nephew just turned 7. And it's still not real to me because he, I was like, oh, you were just like in a crib like 2 months ago, right? Like, what happened? Like, what do you mean you're going to school? Shut the fuck up.
I totally understand that. My fucking cousins just turned 18 and graduated high school, and I remember like bugging their uncle when they were born to go like, hey, can I come mow your lawn so I can have $20 to go spend at an anime convention next weekend?
Yep.
I considered their birthday as like a marker for this convention that I guess I've been going to for 18 years.
I thought you were going to mention that your son is like a person now.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Because like I think when I think of your son, I think of little tiny child, and now it's like, oh, that's a person. He can like say words. He like knows shit. Like,
oh, you're a dad, huh?
I'm a father of a 13-year-old.
Wow.
He's got his own opinions on manga and stuff.
Wait, that's crazy. You have a child that's 13 years old?
Yeah.
Dude.
I came in a lady 13 years.
That's crazy. I haven't come in one. No, I'm just kidding. I mean,
I
like,
only did it to prove that I could do it. So,
that's so Yujiro Hanma coded.
Yeah.
That's so that is Yujiro coded. That is, you are literally Yujiro looking over Baki fucking his girlfriend.
Yeah, the first interaction I had with my son is slamming him into the concrete or whatever Baki says.
Beating his mom to death.
I'm sorry, spoilers.
You know what's funny? I read 50 chapters. I bought the first 3 volumes, which like the physical release is excellent. Absolutely recommend it.
Absolutely.
But I said I would read 50 chapters, and the physical release, I thought up to volume 3 would get me to chapter 50. It got me to chapter 49. And so I went to an illegal website to read one more chapter. And man, the drop in quality from the official release to what is available online is noticeably rough. I guess
so. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I was about to say. Well, I was about to say. I remember it was funny because, so I guess can I like explain how I even got to work on the series because it's kind of like weird. So, all right, I'll just leave. But when I was working on another manga called Dalkara. It's a manga about the director of the K1 like kickboxing organization, Kazuyoshi Ishii.
Hmm.
And he gets isekai'd into he doesn't get isekai'd, he gets hit by a truck, and then he gets reincarnated as a schoolgirl.
That sounds like
This is
isekai.
after, yeah.
Oh, well,
he's
I
still in
guess
the same world.
he's not in another world. Okay, so
Yeah. He gets out of jail for tax fraud, which did happen in real life, and then he immediately gets run over by a truck, and he gets reincarnated as a schoolgirl. And you would think it would be about like martial arts and like learning karate, but it's actually about boosting your SEO and how to market your properties to younger generations using social media. And the eventual, like, sometimes there would be like a martial arts event here and there. But basically, that manga, that weird ass manga, got nominated for best translation in what's the American Manga Awards, which is coming up in a few months at Anime NYC. And that nomination got one of the organizers to recommend me to Kodama Tales because she said that they were doing a martial arts manga and didn't tell me what it was. So I got to talk to the people at Kodama Tales, who are really nice people, super duper nice people. If you ever see them at an event, say hi to them. They're really nice. Pierre, the founder, and Kashu, the director of operations, spoke to them, and Hirai-san, the SEO, the CEO, I believe, and I basically got onboarded to do Baki. And I didn't know at the time that fans were already doing a retranslation of Baki, like Baki the Grappler, the one that I was working on, and they had already gotten up to like, I think like chapter like 30 or something at the time. And I saw that, I was like, I felt really bad because I'm like, oh well, I'm doing this version, and I can't say anything about it. I can't even like I really shouldn't even talk about it, like the fan translation, like it's like a kind of a conflict of interest.
I'll say this: I can't name names and I can't give any details.
Yeah,
a fan subgroup I know was going to start a show, and someone in the industry whispered in their ear, "Got it licensed. Don't start it." And we were like, "Won't say anything. Just gonna we're gonna announce that we've picked a different show, and we're just gonna move on."
That's a lot nicer than how it's been in the Baki manga sphere, at the very least.
But like, yeah. So I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go on.
No. I want to hear what Tyler is gonna say right now. Come on, fish lips.
I'm just gonna say there was a lot of drama in the early ages of the Baki translation
manga.
Oh yeah,
I was just about to touch on that because I knew about that from way back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much you could talk about that.
I mean, like, I've known about it. It's like it was public knowledge essentially. Like, it's not like there was like videos about it.
Yes, there are. Yeah,
and there are. Holy shit.
Yeah. There's like at least one. So yeah, like I knew about it, and I showed like a few of my friends in the industry like how bad they were, because like the whole story, Wild Fang and all that other stuff, the he who shall not be mentioned, but I just mentioned, and all that. So, and they were just like appalled at like this is like what they actually made. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. So I know that there was a fan thing about they were trying to like do things, and they were using the same edition that Kodama put out, the Kanzenban, the perfect editions, the ones that you guys have. They were using that as a base, and they were retranslating it from the very beginning, and and I felt bad because I didn't want to like, I felt like it's like, oh, that's a good effort on their part, but like me, I'm just like, I'm a work for hire essentially, and I didn't want them to like think I was stepping on any toes, but like business is business, and in the end you're getting a quality product, because I feel like the Kodama edition is like goes far and beyond it's like probably the best manga release of anything I've ever worked on, ever, like as a manga, like a readable manga. So
like that is gonna be the next thing I wanted to talk about is like holy shit, I haven't, because I've been grabbing a bunch of manga lately just to put on a
yeah,
shelf, and I haven't read any physical stuff. I will grab
right.
like, oh, all of Homunculus got translated, and
Mhm.
I can't remember who picked that up and brought it over here, but I
Yeah,
love that series, literally one of my favorites. So I bought it all, but I haven't cracked it open because
yeah,
I've already read it online. But I
yeah.
should go back and read the actual translation. And reading
Hmm, hmm.
this and like having a manga in my hand, holy shit! I just remember like reading Bleach all through high school, like back to back in class or something. And this is just like
Yeah.
one, it's a much bigger tankobon,
Yes.
um, and then two, like it's got a cover on it.
Yeah, it's got a dust cover on it, and an obi if you bought the first volume has like a little waistband on it too.
I'll be
Like
honest.
they.
I'll be really frank with you guys.
Mhm.
I was not able to get the first volume and read it.
How were you not able to get the
Oh,
first
really?
one?
Because
Yeah.
I have been buying locally,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
and every time I go into Kinokuniya, almost every first volume is sold out of like every series.
See, if you had
Okay.
told me, I have like extra. I could have just given you one.
Oh, I didn't know that and didn't want to bug you for one, but now I will, and I want you to sign it before you send it to me. Go ahead and spit
Well, let me
in the
see.
middle of the your favorite page too.
Yeah, Hakalugi right in the middle.
Yeah,
I
chew
have
on
like
that
a
Baki.
ton of them around here, and I just have to like, I have so many. I don't know where volume one is right now, so I'll have to like look. But if I find it, I'll.
Do you get
Yeah.
copies of everything that you do?
Yeah, so it depends on the company, but most of them are really good about like sending me at least one comp issue of like something I work on. Like Viz does it, and Square Enix does it, and depending on how like sometimes I'm like, hey, can I get an extra copy? And they'll like send it over. For Baki, I was like, hey, can I get three? And they were just
Hell
like,
yeah.
yeah, sure. So now, sometimes every month I get like this gigantic box that my mom can't lift. So she's just like, hey, get this giant like Mario 3 Giant World box into the house, please. It's got a big question mark on it and shit. But yeah, like I usually get comps. Some companies are a little weird about it because like they're a little bit more disorganized. So like there are like some series for Seven Seas I still haven't gotten comps for, and some other places. But I usually like they're, I don't know, like I'm not really all that anal about getting free copies of my shit. So
I I did something kind of similar because
uh-huh.
I love just collecting stuff and putting it on a shelf. So
Mhm.
anytime I did stuff for Funimation back when they were Funimation,
Right.
so if I went like, oh, I shot the Dragon Ball Broly premiere or
Yeah.
um a theatrical release for whatever,
Yeah.
I made sure in my contract along with payment I got whatever the collector edition is of whatever, or if there wasn't coming out one, I could pick something.
Oh, nice. See,
And then
like
some,
it's
yeah.
written into our contracts too, but sometimes they are like kind of like weird, like negligent, not negligent, but like they're slow about it. So it's like you gotta remind them, poke them in the shoulder a little bit.
Like, hey,
And that's cool
I'd
that you
love to
got
see
like
my
premium
hand.
editions. Yeah.
I just wanted, like, and most of the time, at least for Funimation, they didn't care. Like there were some
Yeah.
other dubbing companies where it was like they didn't distribute or whatever, so they
Yeah.
couldn't do it. But Funimation also had a room at their office where it was just like, here's a bunch of posters and prototype merch that doesn't see the light of day, or like
Right.
not because like it doesn't need to, but that's because they don't care. And I had a few photo shoots up their office that I made sure to go, hey, instead of paying me like a few $100s or whatever, give me 2-3 minutes in this room. Let me have stuff.
Did you
Into the pleasure room.
I remember you told me about the that like Beck Mongolian Chop Squad collector's edition that's worth like hundreds of dollars.
Not that. I don't know what you're talking about. I had a prototype Cowboy Bebop Blu-ray album. Like it's just like the sleeves for it, but it's something they didn't go with, but it's fully printed. I don't know what a Beck. I don't have anything from
you.
Beck.
You mentioned something about Beck where it was like, because we were talking about how like every time Funimation released it, they had to like edit a little bit more to like the final release couldn't even call it Beck. It just says Mongolian Chop Squad because there were like rights issues around the music.
You're confusing this story for me and someone else.
I'm not making this up.
I've never even watched Mongolian.
You don't need to watch it to see the DVD on a fucking shelf.
No, but you're right. I do remember that. I do remember that because no, I'm but I do remember it came out in like the same. I think it came out in like the same era, if that makes any sense. Like the Cowboy Bebop like Blu-ray and the Mongolian Chop Squad Blu-ray came out around the same time, like the finished one, I should say.
2018 era.
Yeah. So I think like by that time it was already just like they like no, we can't use Beck. Please, we can't use Beck.
They're gonna get too mad. They're gonna put another album for free on iTunes.
Yeah, exactly. Beck is gonna come to your house and his what was it, the fucking Futurama like head in a jar. He's just like on a mannequin body and shit. Just beat you over the head with this guitar.
Future exists. If I'm just a head in a jar, I can just keep reading and watching things. I can still absorb fandoms and media.
That sounds abysmal.
You would get fed by fish like. You would get like the fish sprinkles.
I just hope I don't have to be fed. I don't want to eat anymore.
Well, that's how they do it in Futurama, so.
Yeah, if we're going by Futurama rules, you have to follow the rules.
Oh yeah, I have to eat the fish flake. I have to go full circle on the fish theme.
Basically.
Okay,
that's the rules.
As someone who is
going and not talking about Baki.
Tyler Coy, shut the fuck up, please. So I wanted to ask, as someone who watches more anime than they read manga, which go ahead, kill me in the comments. I know everyone hates me for it. Is there a Baki anime that accurately adapts this manga that I'm reading? Because I like this manga a lot. Yeah. I watched the OVA because it was like 45 minutes and it's mostly accurate. It skips some things for time, but like otherwise it's pretty accurate. But it only covers like 30 chapters, if that.
Yeah.
I know there's a TV anime, a second season to the TV anime, and then a million Netflix Baki stuff. Is there any anime that adapts what I'm reading?
Yes, so the OVA, which I don't know if you want to. This is a little fun fact, and I know you're all about those.
Yes.
The OVA was animated, I think, by Knack.
Yes.
If you remember, do you?
Oh,
so,
I know Knack.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He's a big Knack.
It was
fan.
probably one of the. Knack is the people who made
Chargeman
Ken and Astro Ganger. So, that's just a fun little fact, and it's actually it's really well animated. So it's not like
what's funny is that the fights are well animated and the voice acting. I watched it in Japanese. The voice acting is really good. It's just
really good. It's Kappei Yamaguchi is Baki. He's really good as him.
And then the one that really stood out to me also was Kaneto Shiozawa as Shinogi. He's perfect. Like after now that is like the voice I hear of that character, and I was just like, it sucks that Kaneto Shiozawa died in like 2000 because I know that means I know he is not this character in any other Baki adaptation.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. I love the voice acting in Japanese for that OVA. The English is just hilarious if you ever want to like a lark just like to watch it. It's downright pathetic. It's downright pathetic. It's awful. So anyway, that adapts the karate arc of Baki, and then Baki the Grappler, the TV version, it adapts Grappler, but it does it in reverse. So basically, after the initial arc, like the stuff that you're reading right now, where Baki's in the underground fighting arena, and he's fighting against Shinogi and all these other people, they actually go into what's called the childhood arc, where he meditates in the suicide forest, actually, and we flash back to him as a 13-year-old boy. So if you ever look at the original like tankobons for Baki, you'll actually see that after a certain point he gets like shorter hair and he like the short red hair. That's where like you get like most of like the Baki analogies from, like Gai Tendo and fucking Baruki 1 and stuff like that. Because that's Kazushi Sakuraba. He's a famous MMA fighter. It's sort of like it's actually Baki came before him, so it was sort of like a retrospect, kind of like he dyed his hair like Baki's, and then he got a bunch of shit made after him, kind of weird stuff. But yeah, the anime goes childhood arc first, then the stuff you're reading, and then yeah, I think that's right. So it's adapting pretty much everything, but in a weird order. And depending on how like loyalist you are to the manga, it's a good adaptation. I think, in my opinion, it's a pretty good adaptation of the manga. It just differs in a few parts. It's also got that early 2000s cheap anime feel to it in some episodes, where you get like a really good animated episode by like one of the series like lead animation directors, like Yoshiko Umakoshi, who went on to do the Precure series and My Hero Academia. So you get really good animated episodes, then you get like really stilted, janky looking episodes. So you get like the flavor of the week, mid 2000s flavor. Kind of.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and the music is really good too. The music, I still play some of the OST when I'm like working, and it's really funny. Like when you get to the maximum tournament arc, which is like that's the second season of that anime, where they go. That it's like the really big tournament. It's like the arc that most people say like you should read this part of Baki the Grappler. They have like an ending theme. They have an opening theme, which is like
I have seen the opening. Like, that's all I know.
Okay.
Is that
Okay.
the 3D opening?
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
And depending on which opening you see, like from the American version or the Japanese version, you'll either get Deer and Gray, like screamo rock, or you'll get like this very mellow sounding like melodic.
Yes. Okay. So you're explaining a lot of shit that confused me, because while I was reading it, I was like, I want to see this animated, and I downloaded a bunch of Baki anime because I didn't know which one I should.
Right.
Right. And that's why I watched the OVA, because I was like, well, this is like a self-contained thing. If anything.
Yes.
But then I was like, okay, I watched that, and I was like, maybe I need to go to the series to see the rest of this.
Right.
And I went and I just pulled up the first episode. The OP did not match what was happening. Like the song did not match the visuals, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And I skipped ahead, and then it's like Baki as a little kid fighting like a gang under a bridge, and I'm like, like, this isn't happening in the manga I'm reading.
Yes. I read the wrong manga.
Yeah, so like that's why everything, like what I basically explained to you is what happened. It's like they rearranged everything. They put like something that was like at volume 7 in our release to like the first episode. So it's like if you have no inclination of what Baki is, you might be, and you like did read the manga, you'd be a little confused. And also, yeah, the first opening, which is like it's also a Deer and Gray song. I think it's called Child Prey. It's like light screamo rock almost. But the original Japanese opening is called I Believe. And it's very techno. It falls in line with the music of the series, actually. And you probably heard it, but you probably didn't know it was a Baki song. Like, it's been around forever. It's like very cheerful. Not cheerful, but it's very uplifting. Now? I believe. I forget the lyrics, but
I might have heard that actually.
Yeah. Da na 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 na
Keep going. I'm
na.
gonna get my phone to pick this up.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna Shazam
Na
this.
na 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 na. Yeah.
I'm
So
visualing this as its own short, and the opening goes like this.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
But-
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, it's a good anime. It's got some janky parts, but you'll basically get everything that you're reading right now in a weird order. And then the Maximum Tournament arc, and then Baki, the series called Baki, that's new grappler Baki. So the prison arc, that's all that, and then after that is Baki Hanma. And then
That's
Hanma,
that's another thing I want to say. These parts do not tell me give any indication of what order they should be watched in. Because it's like Baki Do, Baki Hanma, Baki Gaku.
Yeah, there's two Baki Dos, by the way.
Yeah, Baki Do 2018.
Yeah. So Baki Do, the Baki Do that's out now, that's Baki Do spelled in kanji. But then there's another Baki Do that's spelled in katakana.
Oh,
and that's
I didn't know that was the difference.
Yes. It's also spelled like, I think Baki Do, Baki hyphen Do, and there's Baki Do with no hyphen. I think that's how they differentiate it.
Why did he do this?
Are you caught up on the manga, David?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you caught up on the manga?
The current, like how it's currently going?
Yeah, did you see the big fight in the last chapter with Yujiro?
I did not. I am too busy to even like read manga that I want to read. So keeping up with the manga as it's being serialized is kind of like a no-go for me.
Do you hear that out there? You go out there and buy fucking Baki. He is giving up his soul. He can't read the manga he wants to because he's working on all the shit we want to read.
I mean, like, if you want to put it in like, those terms, like I'm like some sort of like manga martyr, but I don't think I don't see it as that. I'm just like, I'm just busy. Sort of my excuse to not catch up on anything ever.
A little bit of his blood is in every release of Baki. Just know that.
That's true. That's very true.
That's why
blood and possibly semen. I'm not too sure.
That's why the pages are white.
Yeah, that's why they're pristine white.
Yeah, I will say,
like
I can read pretty like graphic stuff, and I'm usually not squeamish. Like I've read Fist of the North Star. None of the deaths or violence in that really shakes me. Yeah. There is stuff in Baki that's not even necessary. It's not even like gory, but it's just like, oh my god, it like skeeves me.
It's visceral,
and I mean that, in like a positive. Like if something fictional can move me in that way, I always think of that as a positive. But like, there's a scene in Volume 3 where I think his name was Hanada. He's like the tan guy.
Oh yeah, Hanada.
Where he gets beat up by the pro wrestler guy, Toba.
Right. Giant Baba analogy.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of his stuff before we started.
And they have this shot of him where he's like all beat up, and like the bones, you can see how they're dislocated under his skin. And it's not necessarily gory, but like the way it's drawn just like shakes me.
Itagaki is so good at depicting gristle and just like violent scenes of like disfiguration and just stuff that like kind of like you will remember just because it is so like visceral. It's just so like, oh my god, like
you really feel it too on some of that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I love the medium of manga is the page turn on some of that shit is so powerful when it just pops in your face. When Baki breaks, I forget his actual name, Cord Cutter's arm.
Shinogi's
arm. and just like and you just see his bone sticking out. I'm like, fuck.
Yep.
Oh, the Shinogi stuff, especially Shinogi's power, is that he's like ripping the tendons out of people, and it's like, oh my god, oh, like,
yes, it's terrible.
When he pulls the vein out of the guy's neck and the guy goes blind, my eyes started tingling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like Shinogi's power, Shinogi's, I should say, his martial art, really like, because it's been a while since I've actually seen it, so I was like, oh god, that's terrible. It's almost like there was like the scene in JoJo Phantom Blood where Dio is holding on to Jonathan's like carotid artery, and it's just like it gave me a similar like reaction. It's like, oh my god, that's like anything to do with like veins or like parts of your body like that. It's just like, oh god, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I see you posted. Yeah, this stuff.
Oh, I just posted. I was gonna bring this up. I also glaze in Itagaki. I love his page layouts, especially way early on in here. I love just the way he this is like a no-name guy, fighting him, and like look at this. I don't know if you can bring that up on.
Oh yeah, let me do it.
It's I will another person said this like in another review I was listening to, where you said like Itagaki has this like penchant for depicting action in such a unique way, where like you can have like 15 after images of a person getting hit or a person like striking someone, and you can follow the line of action really easily, like, and stuff like this, like his panel layout and just in general is just like so easy to read and cool.
It's like on a Toriyama level of just like the flow of action is just so easy to follow.
Yeah, he contains everything to a few panels, and then the action, the big action is confined to a 2-page spread, or maybe sometimes even a 1-page spread. But it's really good. Yeah, there we go. Very cool stuff. And also shout out to the letterer, Raphael. He's really been busting ass on this series. And if it weren't for him, the series would not look as good. Like you can see it there with the little tish and the whoopash on the other page. He has done such a good job of replicating Itagaki's sound effect style and incorporating it.
I imagine lettering is like the actual hardest part of fucking bringing a manga over.
Oh yeah. It's definitely, especially these older series, like the files we got from Akita Shoten were not in the best shape, like organizationally. Like a lot of the files that we got were kind of like, yeah, we got these from they actually got them from the French publisher of Baki because Akita Shoten didn't really have them, so they borrowed them from the French publisher, which was pretty funny, because some of the layout, some of the redraw of like because this is an old series, so it's not digital. Some of the redraw was already done because they had done it in the French edition, but if it weren't for that, Raphael would have had to redraw a whole lot, and that means like taking out all the dialogue, the Japanese dialogue, redrawing where the dialogue would sit on the art, like if it wasn't in a balloon, like he would have to redraw all that, and there would just like be a whole bunch of other stuff that you have to do. So it's actually pretty.
Also handle the redrawing then?
Yes, yeah, because letter is like a catch-all term. It's like they're lettering, they're redrawing, they're typesetting. Sometimes if the art doesn't match the dimensions of the book, they have to resize a lot of stuff for print, and before it goes to prepress. I'm sorry, and a lot of other stuff like that. So, and Raphael has just been killing it. He's actually he's Russian, but he's like kind of a nomad. So he's always like somewhere different. Every time I talk to him, he's like, yeah, I'm in Brazil now. I'm like, what the fuck? Last week he was in like, I don't know, Croatia or something. but he's been really killing it, and a lot of the stuff here is like a lot of the Itagaki has this thing where, like, I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about, but like the dialogue will have like a starburst effect over the font. Like it'll be like something yelled, and it'll be like "yeah," and then it'll have like this like burst of it'll have like an outline, like a stroke that's like sort of like a starburst effect around it. Uh it's in some of the dialogue balloons, but it's not like a very early on he used it a lot.
Like that?
Let's see. Oops.
I mean, I already had that on my phone.
Yeah, like that. So he had to. That's all Raphael redraw, because that was in Japanese, and he erased it and then redrew it in the image of what was there originally.
Like holy shit too, because he's got all the hairs in it.
Yeah. It's the same tone, the screen tones, and all the little like hairy hairs and stuff like that. And he's just been like knocking it out of the park with this shit. I'm telling you.
He's kicking ass. How good of a friend is he?
How good of a friend is he?
Yeah,
he's
if
a really good.
Him right now. Do you think he'd answer?
I don't know what time zone he's in right now, so I don't even know.
Good point.
Yeah, like I honestly, he will message me. When did he message me last? It was like 6:42 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to ask me a question. So I don't know what time zone he's in right now. But yeah, no, he's awesome. And if I can share another anecdote, there's this you probably haven't gotten to him yet, but there's this guy, his name is Hanayama, and Hanamura. Is it Hanayama or Hanamura?
No, it's Hanayama.
It's Hanayama. Okay.
It's Hanayama.
I actually I was writing Hanamura for like a volume, and then I realized at the very end, like I was writing the wrong name. I'm like, oh shit.
No,
because I want to say Hanamura.
Can you imagine if you Zolo it?
Yeah, no. My editor would have
do that to any character. Who would it be?
Oh, you mean like replace the R with the L, or like spell their name wrong?
No, just you make up their name now. Fuck Baki. His name's Todd
Bolo.
Today.
His name's Bonnie.
Is it? And just Bonnie on the big cover. You get you get Raphael to do the lettering for it and everything.
You do like the Starburst, Bonnie the Grappler.
Bonnie the Grappler, dude. They do that with the president's names. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like
I do, because my roommate was like, "Hey, you're reading Baki. I just saw this clip online where he meets Donald Trump." And I watched the clip, and he didn't meet Donald Trump. He met President Tramp.
Joe Biden's in there, and his name is Joe Bimden, and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, every president since 92.
Since Ronaldo Wilson Reagan.
Yeah, Reagan, and there's also Bill Clinton, and Hillary Clinton. So, but yeah, I was saying Hanayama. So there's a scene where he can't use his arms or legs, so he has to write a letter to Baki with his mouth.
Nice.
And so Raphael came up to me and he's just like, I kind of want to write this with my mouth with a brush. And I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. And he's like, yeah, it would be funny. Haha. Then like 10 minutes later, he's like, so I wrote one, and I wrote another one using like fonts. I'm just like, what the... Did you actually use your mouth? He's like, yeah, I just put a brush pen in my mouth and I wrote these fonts. What do you think? And I'm just like, that's fucking insane. But they look great, and they're actually in the volume. I think it's volume either, I want to say it's like 7 or 8. It's in there. So if you see a letter addressed to Baki, just know that was written by someone's mouth.
Please tell me he filmed that. I want that, like...
No.
God damn it! They need to use stuff like that to promote the making of the manga. Like, we went through such dedication. We know people love this series. We tried.
I do feel like people would generate like buzz. That would be like, because I feel like Baki has been pretty lucky. In fact, like on my last stream, we were talking about how, you know, when an anime gets a dub, it really does help it in the West. And I was talking about how like people were saying, oh, the new Kinniku Man flopped. Why did that happen? And people were saying, oh, it's because it's, you know, way later and we didn't get the early stuff. And I'm like, I don't think that's the reason at all, because Baki were getting the later stuff and disconnected from all the stuff that came before it. People are loving Baki on Netflix, but Kinniku Man was just like, it was like, I think on my anime list, it was like number 50 most interest on the site of 60, and it was like from that season. And it's like, I think that if it came on Netflix with a dub, that Kinniku Man would have gotten a lot more traction, similar to Baki.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that the dub, just a little bit better promotion and like actually integrating it into like wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, because it had no like it's a wrestling anime, and there was like little to no one in the wrestling sphere even like gave it any. It was just like the Tiger Mask remake that they did, which I really liked in like 2000. I'm gonna say 14 or 15. That didn't get any traction either. You know, it's a classic manga. It's like one of the most influential manga in history, but like, you know, it didn't get any traction. And stuff like that is just really important, like dubs in this day and age. Especially if you're trying to like market it to a Western audience who may not want to read subtitles. So yeah, I do agree with you on that part.
Like Baki and other, like, I think like Kengan Ashur, I'm not a huge fan, but I know like it's huge.
Yeah,
they're both like, I go take photos at a boxing gym and for a sumo club here in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
And a bunch of like people have joined both those because of Baki. Baki has a huge tournament sumo thing go on after what just got adapted on Netflix. And that's what got me into sumo. And like, and same with the boxing stuff. Like, I can go up there and talk to anybody about the stuff happening in the manga with Baki because they watched it on Netflix and then they started reading it.
Yep, exactly. I guess you know, it just depends. Like some people are really into like, and especially if you have crossover with like Gym Bros. Baki has a big Gym Bro crossover. Especially like Baki and Hajime no Ippo, they both have like a really big crossover with like, I don't really watch anime, but I watch this kind of people.
Yeah, like so many more people than I'd expect know Ippo than like I'm like, how is that like, I forget it's on Netflix.
Well, it's just because like it's kind of like the only boxing manga that not only follows like, it's sort of like Baki where it's like a time capsule. Like it follows like kind of like real world boxers or like analogs to real world boxers, and just like Baki follows like analogs to real world fighters sometimes, and like real world techniques. Even though, well, Baki goes in the completely like completely different direction. But
dude, if I saw a guy at the Running of the Bulls punch a bull in the neck and rip out its tendons and blind it, I would pick up martial arts immediately.
you would see that you would be watching Mas Oyama at that point. The famous martial artist who fought a bull and allegedly chopped it to death, even though it was like
allegedly.
Well, it's allegedly because that's his whole gimmick. Mas Oyama is like the founder of Full Contact Karate. He's the guy who's based off Dopo Orochi is based off of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like Dopo. Yeah, so that's the difference.
Got it.
He killed a tiger. Mas Oyama killed a bull. And also Mas Oyama had like a similar picture. Like, I don't know if you remember the Shinshinkai headquarters has like Dopo Orochi. Yeah, the big poster. Mas Oyama also had a picture of him killing the bull.
Is that what they were referencing in the movie Dodgeball?
Yes, I believe so.
Put that image on stream right now, John.
Here, this is the picture that I'm thinking of right here.
I thought you had the picture from Dodgeball.
No. Not that one.
Okay.
But it's basically it's not it's sort of like that. I mean, like he's not wrestling it, but it's like he's just chopping the horn off of it and like killing it or whatever. But it was like, you know, it's confirmed to be like spliced and whatnot. But it's basically like
a
Orochi's,
like a speedrun cheater.
Essentially, yeah. He's like a splicer.
I don't think it was this guy. Totally different aside. Who was the martial artist, like the big martial artist in Japan who tried to assassinate somebody? Or is that, am I making something
Are
up?
you thinking of Yukio Mishima?
I was about to say, are you thinking about Yukio Mishima?
What is that? Who is that?
Yukio Mishima is a famous, he was a famous author, who was a very, pro-nationalist, guy. There's a very famous photo of him that you might have mistaken him for like some sort of martial artist. This one?
Okay, well, no. Okay, no. that's
and,
just I'm just trying to be a badass photo.
No,
he has a lot of those.
Yeah, he has a lot of those, and also he like it basically died in the most like pro-Japanese way you could have possibly died. He like suicided himself in like the after like oh my god, he basically stormed the Capitol January 6th style and then like seppuku'd himself.
Yeah, from what I understand is that he started giving commands and no one was listening to him.
Yes, essentially. He was like shouting his soapbox. But yeah, he's just like, yeah. So maybe you're thinking about someone else.
You know, maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I don't know. I've seen a martial artist try to assassinate somebody referenced in multiple mangas, so I thought that was a thing that happened.
Okay.
But, you know, I might just be pulling it out of my ass.
Hey, I mean...
Have you read Shamo?
Shamo?
Yeah. Shamo?
I've not read it, but I know of it.
Okay, it's the guy at the beginning is based off of his master.
Oh, okay.
But
I can't remember.
This is such a different aside. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, is that
no,
guy?
Yeah.
But it's not. He didn't kill a bull and a prime minister.
Didn't snap his neck in half and put it on the side of a building, huh?
Yeah.
That's weakness right there.
Yeah. We don't have him on menstrual cups.
That's true. That's very true.
I guess I should point out that is what's on the background of this stream.
Yes.
If you see the full image,
noticed that.
Yeah,
I've seen.
It's sort of obscured. I've also let me see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the image from Dodgeball. That's
the real.
That's
image.
the real one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't mind me. And...
I forget his name. What was Ben Stiller's name in that movie?
Oh
God.
I don't remember. I used to watch that movie all the time.
I've seen that movie so many fucking times too.
My dad loved that movie. He used to like. That's the thing is that like there are movies that I like, but my dad made me watch them a ton. I've told this story before, but he made us watch Jack and Jill just because they name dropped our hometown in the movie, and he would make us.
I was going to say because he hated you.
I mean that could have been his ulterior motive, but he's like you gotta watch. They name drop our hometown, and I'm like, Dad, this movie is not worth watching. And they don't even get there until like an hour in. But they do
Is
need.
that why you learned like video editing so you could just edit down the video?
For my dad, yeah. So when my dad is like, John, come here, you gotta watch Waterworld. You gotta see the scene in Waterworld. I could be like,
oh my god.
He loves.
Was your dad just trying to like gatekeep you from good movies or something?
My dad likes terrible movies, and I'm afraid that I'm gonna become him because now he's an old man and he just sits in the basement watching like Abbott and Costello, and I'm like, oh no. This is going to be me. I'm going to be watching anime and tokusatsu, and my kids are going to be like, why are you watching these weird old things? And I'm like, you don't understand. He's a symbol of justice.
As a parent trying to get his son into anime all the time, who but like doesn't really care, I get it.
You're like, oh, this is Mega Zone 23. You don't know shit. Like, you're just going to be sitting there like fucking downing Centrum Silver and shit.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, Q Hayashida drew all this and she's 50 years old. She's still fighting. You don't understand. He's like, Dad, I want to play drums.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want
that's
to go outside.
Dad, I want to play football. Oh, no son of mine is going to be a football player.
No son of mine's gonna read football. You go to your room and read.
You read I Shield 21.
I Shield 21. Yeah. I was about to say. Speaking of things that are really weird about Baki, they kind of like there's such a tentative line between what is a real world reference and what is an analog of a real world reference. Like Muhammad Ali gets mentioned in Baki, but there's also a parody of Muhammad Ali called Muhammad Al-Rai. So like there's shit like that where like they'll mention someone and then like the actual person will exist but also be a Baki character of a different name. It happens all the fucking time. Like, and it's like really disorienting.
Which Muhammad Ali or whatever the other one's name is the one that has a junior?
That's Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
But Muhammad Ali is also mentioned. Like, so Muhammad Ali exists, but then this fake character also exists. You know what I mean? Like, it's very confusing.
Real quick, how far into Baki have you read?
How far into Baki? Well, how far have I read and how far am I in right now? It are two completely different
You're asking
things.
a loaded question.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
how much do you know? What arc are you personally experienced on?
So I stopped reading Baki like from a weekly basis around, I want to say Baki Do, like where we are right now with the Netflix series, I think, like around Baki Do, the first one.
Okay.
But right now I'm working on New Grappler Baki, like volume 7 right now. So that's more fresh in my memory, but like most of the memes come from like either Baki Do or like something a little further back. So like the tetrahedon thing, that's Baki that's Baki Hanma.
Okay.
So.
See,
Yeah.
I discovered that from a guy who was posting. It was when that panel of Yujiro in the hospital, and he's just a head.
Oh, that's
Retsu. I know that. Oh, Retsu. Okay, I'm sorry. I've only met Yujiro so far, so
right.
But that's who I thought it was. But someone posted that panel where it's edited so that it's just the head in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
And someone said like, you know, there are Baki panels so insane, you could tell me this was real and I'd have to believe you. And someone was like, someone replied like, no, you'd have to be an idiot to think this is real. And then someone replied, tell me if this is real or not. And it's the guy trapped in a triangle with the two guys saying the quote that I put on this thumbnail, which is now that we've drained you of your urine, how will you escape the tetrahedon? And yes, that is real.
That's
it is
not
real.
Anywhere near the craziest shit that happens in Baki, or like, do either of y'all know about the more recent thing that's been said about Yujiro? What he said to Tonegawa. Here, I'm gonna post it in our chat.
That I know about this. I mean, this happens like before this too, but
I mean, yes, but do you know about what else is said around this? Because like it is said around as a joke. Past this, like Tonegawa repeats this to Baki as a "Shut up, Baki, I will."
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like it's just like the level of where it's writing and
holy shit! I just pulled up the screenshot. I'll put it on screen.
You don't have to. Here, let me try to find where Tonegawa says it.
Gonna get age restricted.
Yeah, probably.
Because they didn't add this in the Netflix one, did they?
The one. No, I don't think they. Did they? I don't remember.
I haven't watched all of because it literally came out yesterday.
I don't think we have to put it on screen, but it's the okay, well,
it's on screen.
You do that.
I don't have it on here. I don't know what it looks like.
I'm not gonna put the other one you sent on screen. I feel like I'm already pushing it.
Okay, but he the old man of Bak, he is saying that to the old man, the old who runs the tournament and everything, right?
Right, Tokugawa,
and
Mitsunari.
He repeats this like a chapter or two later to Baki. He's like, "My dad really said that," and he's like, "Yeah, he said he'd do that to me, an old brittle man." Can you imagine that? And then they talk about other shit, and then Baki says something, and he goes and teasing Baki. He goes, "Shut up, Baki, or I'll do that to you."
Right. Yeah, it's not gonna be fun when I have to work on that shit, but you know.
You make sure that it is that the actual translation? Is that?
Oh yeah, it definitely is.
There are definitely I love because I've reading all of Baki. It's not all of it, especially the further stuff like Baki Dao isn't in the best spot. For where I was reading it, and watching it, the translators for the anime have definitely done a way better job. I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, the earlier stuff that they were doing on Netflix had a lot of
almost the same as the translations online, right?
It was inconsistent, because I think it was lack of context by the translator. Like they weren't referencing a lot of things that happened in the right way, or there was some oh, I don't know what the subject is here, kind of mishaps that happen with translating Japanese if you're not really well versed in what the subject is. So for me, I was translating all of Grappler into New Baki, so I had that kind of oh yeah, I know exactly what they're referencing kind of mindset. But if you don't, and you just come in fresh off the boat and you don't know anything about Baki, you're just it'll just be a little confusing. But I think they're in a good place right now with the although they did translate so there's a character called Kaio Retsu, Retsu Kaio, and I think the Netflix version translated his title, because his name is actually a title that he gets for being the strongest of his school.
Kaio.
Kaio, which means the Sea King. Yeah, so they translated that as Sea King, and I remembered that, and I asked the people that I work for, I was just can we not call him that? Can we just call him Kaio? And they were yeah, sure, we don't care. So I think that was something that was born out of someone not knowing Baki very well, and they just called him Sea King or Sea Emperor or whatever.
They did end up fixing that at a point, because I think they did that for the first whole part till he gets back from the Raitai tournament.
Okay, because I just remember getting it was something from either TMS or one of the Baki license holders, and it had under Kaio Retsu, it had Sea Emperor, and I'm just oh my god, no, I'm not. Yeah, let's not do that, because there's a whole bunch of them, and that would be really bad. I don't want Sea King Dorian or whatever the hell.
This is Supreme Sea King, dude.
No.
Who is okay? Real quick, who are y'all favorite Baki characters? Mine is Jack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Jack is a good pick. Yeah. I'm a toss up between Dopo and I really like Dopo. I think I love the old karate man character, but I also like Baki. And that's a lame answer.
I was gonna say where I'm at. I was gonna say my favorite is Toba, who I don't think is gonna be around.
Oh no, he actually sticks around for a while.
Okay.
Until he until
he's
if you know anything about
until he gets exploded.
If you know anything about Japanese pro wrestling, Toba is based off of Giant Baba, who was a very famous big man wrestler that went on to create All Japan Wrestling, which was a rival to New Japan Pro Wrestling, which was run by Antonio Inoki, or as most
people
might
know
show
for
up under a different name, under a legally distinct name.
What?
It has, as Antonio Igari. Like, they literally do the change a character thing, like just change one letter and it's fine, kind of thing.
Just enough.
Yeah, just enough to like get us off of the lawyers if they actually want to sue for license. But yeah, he shows up a lot in Baki the Grappler. I think he actually, for Volume 21, I think his face is on there. Toba. Because
yeah, it's like him yelling, isn't it?
I love that looking up Baki on Amazon, it tells, like, this is perfect for Baki, is that it says, will arrive by Father's Day.
Yes. We actually have a Father Day sale going on. And it has, I think that's why I even remembered that Toba was on there, because they had Toba's face for Volume 20.
Hey guys, I'm a father. For Father's Day, get me Baki.
Yep.
Just like David is. He's getting me to Volume 1.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the volumes right now. God, I love his... He is such a... He knows how to draw, like, strong men beating the fuck out of each other. But I also love every chapter cover where it's just Baki, soft.
Yeah.
And then all the volume covers are all of the different characters, either drawn, like, super hard or soft and beautiful.
Yeah.
Or, like, a good mixture of both.
That's true. It's so funny, too, because the perfect editions, right? So they're not based off of the regular tankobons that, like, there's 42 of those, but these are condensed into 24. None of the characters show up in the right order, like with the the volumes, except maybe like Baki, Yujiro, and Doppo. But then after that, they're all mismatched. Like it's just a random character.
Not uncommon for manga, I've learned.
That's true.
I was pointing out, I have the first 10 volumes of Fist of the North Star. Shin is on volume 2. He dies in volume 1. They have characters, but like I think Shu is on a volume before he's introduced. So they literally were just like, just put it's good art, just put it on.
Yeah, because those are also those are the re-releases. Those are based off of like the Japanese re-releases that are also like Kanzenban versions. So yeah, that kind of happens with these kind of releases, but it's just so funny because it's like Retsukayo doesn't show up until like volume like 12 20. I can't remember. He's like way far out. And then there's that's Jack Hammer.
It's my I didn't realize they were using literally, I'm trying to find it now, one of my favorite fucking drawings of Jack as the cover, because all these have full art too.
Yes. Yeah, they all have full art. I love volume 18 where it's Stridum, but he looks like William Dafoe doing the fucking smoking pack meme. Like, you know which one I'm talking about? Like the pack watch meme.
I don't know the meme, but I'm adding the image so people in the chat can probably get it.
Let me see.
Oh, yes, I do. Now that I've seen the...
He's like smoking the cigarette.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Damn it.
Stridum's also fun, but he... Spoiler, it doesn't do much.
Yeah. I mean, depends on what your definition of much is. Like,
in the series of people punching each other, he doesn't do much.
Him personally, he doesn't do much. He's not much of a fighter, but he is very, I guess, important.
Yes. I don't know. Like, my second favorite character also doesn't do much outside of the first part. Motobe is my favorite.
Motobe is like king of the useless people.
The last page on volume 3 is him getting slammed into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the strongest dude in the world.
Yeah. He's that's a running theme with Motobe. Motobe is like, I get my ass kicked, or I explain a lot of shit that you did not know about this fake martial art.
Motobe's
Speedwagon.
And then what if Speedwagon was really cool in part 6.
Right. That's it. It's like, what if Speedwagon lived until he was 255 and also got his ass kicked all the time?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that would be Motobe.
But he's
yeah, so he's doing like
cool.
the
I
pack
love
watch.
him. Like, wait, so you
Motobe?
didn't get? Yeah, I love Motobe. You said you didn't finish Baki Dao, right? So you didn't see the fight between Motobe and
No. I finished
Musashi.
Baki. I finished Baki Do, the first one.
Oh, okay, so you didn't see
the
sumos.
I stopped before the sumos started. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a pretty decent, but that's all like years ago, and I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. So
Yo, same. I'm a fish, yo.
yeah. So like this is like by doing this, and by the way, these volumes I forgot to mention, they come out twice a month.
That's insane.
Yeah, and they come out twice a month on our end as well. So we have a schedule of 2 volumes a month, production side wise, and then two volumes a month for release as well. So it's pretty hectic. It was pretty hectic doing Baki the Grappler because I essentially got through all of Baki in a year, and so did Raphael. And then we shipped it out within a year. I mean, like 24 is coming out at the end of August, I think. I can't remember. Or maybe like the beginning of September.
It looks like. I got it pulled up.
Yes. Yep. So that was a crazy production schedule. Very unlike anything in the industry.
Yeah, I remember with JoJo's, they said they were upping the release dates to try and catch up to the Steel Ball Run anime, and they were their version of pumping those out was one every like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, it was that was crazy. But also they had they did a simulpub version of JoJo Part 6, so they had half of the work done already.
Okay.
But at the same time, that's still like it's not normal to release 2 volumes a month at least in the English manga sphere or North American manga sphere. I don't know if anyone else in like Brazil or something is just pumping out 3 volumes a month or something like that. But it's totally abnormal here, and it was a really tough production schedule, and the quality didn't suffer at all. As you can see, like, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud of what the team over at Kodama, me, my editor Michael, and letterer Raphael, we've been working the hardest we can to put this out. And thank you. I appreciate it.
Big fan. I love it. Love the work that y'all have done on the manga.
Thank you so much. I noticed there's a chat that said that Baki doesn't have much dialogue. That's true. It doesn't have much dialogue, but the dialogue it does have, very easy to fuck up. Very easy to fuck up if you're not very literate in how to read like Itagaki's prose, because I've seen it happen like in real time. Like I've seen like with the Baki anime, like they'll sometimes fuck up like the way that he writes and like kind of mistranslate just by principle of not understanding like how he writes, because he'll like have a character react to something so late that you forgot what happened that he's reacting to, and they'll mistranslate it because they think it's in reaction to something else. So like there's a lot of stuff that can just like really go wrong, and I'm glad that I read Baki beforehand, like in Japanese, when I was like still in high school. That's crazy to even say that I read this shit when I was in high school.
Awesome that you get to work on something that you're a fan of.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to say I'm blessed because I'm not really into the religious stuff, but I am very fortunate that I have been able to work on things nowadays that I really want to work on, and I don't have to do things that I don't have as much passion towards, and I don't, like, because in the beginning I did have to like accept a lot of jobs that I was just like, I'm not really into this, but I'm gonna give it my all anyway because I want a paycheck, and then also I want something for people that do enjoy it.
Yeah.
But nowadays I work on stuff that I just really like or I'm really interested in. Like Baki and City Hunter, and stuff for Shonen Jump, um, like Undead Unluck and Kaiju number 8, and
Oh my god.
so-
Every time I think of you, I think of that one round table scene with Undead Unluck that you had to translate, where all the characters are pretty much saying, "Let's go
Yeah.
get it," in fucking 15 different ways.
Yeah. So there was that one. It's a scene where a lot of like there's a round table, like you said, and every character has a different first person pronoun, and they range from ore to boku to the person's name to like jibun and stuff like that. And that there's that famous what was it, Your Name, or I forget what, Whispers of the Heart, or one of those movies that had the scene where the boy swapped bodies with the girl, and
That's Your Name.
he's like, is it Your Name? Okay, yeah. So she's like trying to speak like a dude, but then she's like using watashi, and then it's like ore, boku, or whatever. Like she's like running through them, and I remember that being like a really tough scene to like dub, basically, because you're using like you're switching from a first person pronoun essentially to like tonal things in English. So that's kind of like how I had to do in Japanese from from Japanese to English, where I basically had to disregard the first person pronoun part of it and basically morph it into like how this character would say this phrase, the beginning. Not just me go, it's I am going to, and then the common word is go. So I wonder if I can even like pull that out, because it's kind of hard to visualize.
I just think that the image of it translated in Japanese is just like a crazy back and forth.
It's like it was like a big like, it's like we're all like they're all saying it simultaneously, and then it's go in the middle, So
if you like, I can't. What are you translating weekly right now for Shonen Jump? I just love following you just to see like manga.
Yeah,
notes for stuff that
I was gonna say I read the first chapter of Someone Hurts.
Thank you.
Because I'd been talking about it with Ben when the manga first came out, not even realizing you were working on it, and then I saw you posting on your Twitter, and that's one of the things I love about your Twitter is that you fill your Twitter with translators notes. People hate when they cover the page, but on Twitter is perfect, where you could just be like, hey, this is how I translated this thing. And Someone Hurts is insane, because if anyone listening, we've mentioned Someone Hurts before, but it's a manga about kids who become basically a manzai pair, or they're a stand-up comedy pair, and it's all about joke writing, and there's so many puns and idioms that require knowledge of Japanese, and having to translate those while still making it a joke is insane.
I bet that was just a nightmare. My friend wrote the script for the English dub for Otsumatsu-san, and he said he had to fight with people to be like, this is the joke, and they're like, no, the joke is this. And it's like, no, this is the joke.
It's very so for me it's not hell. Like I know a lot of people like objectively will look at it and just be like, this is probably hell to do. Yeah, there we go. You pulled it up.
Yep.
That's what I was talking about earlier, where the first person pronoun is like, so you got boku, ore, watashi, jibun, atashi, watashi, boku again, but in hiragana instead of katakana, ore, and then ran is like the character's name is language, so ran is like her, like how she refers to herself in the first person, and instead of using just the first person pronoun, I used I will, or I am going to, and then but to in the way that the character would say it, like given their personalities. And it's very easy to do that because these are all characters based off of like things, like, so language, war, luck, death, like you can kind of like gain like their personalities just based off of their first person pronouns and their personalities. So that's kind of how I did it. But back to Someone Hurts, and just like general like how I do comedy, because I've actually worked on like several gag manga before Someone Hurts. There was Ichigoki's Under Control, and then the most recent one I did was and there was Yokai Buster Murakami, and then the most recent one was Nice Prison before Someone Hurts. So I've actually had like experience writing to more like lesser extent, like comedy manga. Like I remember when people were, because they've all flopped. Unfortunately, they've all gotten
their
cut.
best. I looked up because I was like, I've heard of Yokai Buster, didn't I? And I was like, oh yeah, I saw this on the Shonen Jump app, and now I don't.
Yeah. Well, it's still there. You can still read it in all of its entirety, but
I just mean on Sundays I don't see it.
Oh yeah. The most lambasted of them all was Nice Prison. A lot of people didn't like that one. But I remember
so
like
to stay.
What's that?
It just seems so hard to break into the manga sphere right now.
Yeah.
Past like 3 volumes.
Yeah. I mean, like, with Jump too. Weekly Jump is so competitive. So you either live or die by the sword. There, but I basically had like a lot of experience writing for gag manga, because one of my editors like, oh, Dave's the funny one, so he can do the comedy manga. And I always want to like strangle them when they do that, because I'm just like, don't pigeonhole me. And then like I try my best, but I end up doing the best of my abilities, and a lot of the times it's the manga itself and not like necessarily my translations. But sometimes people will attribute a bad translation to the jokes not being funny, when it's just like, it's kind of hard to make this funny. You know what I mean? What was it?
This is super Japanese and cultural. I don't think you'll understand this at all, or it's just not funny.
Or yeah. It's like, and even with Someone Hurts, like kind of like I struggle between trying to be slavishly faithful and conveying a well-formed punchline, setup and punchline. So like there's just a lot of things in that series where some things will flop because I'm trying to not go too far over the line, and sometimes where a lot of things will land because they kind of just fall in my lap, because sometimes they're just like based off of English. Like there's a scene where one of the characters is saying something to another character about giving them a ride in their car, and it's written 575 like a haiku, and the other character, the male character, goes like, so what are we doing, hitch haikuing, like stuff like that. And it's in the original, so it's like a setup and punchline that like lends itself well to being translated in English. But some of the times they completely don't do that. It's just like I have to either compromise or I have to like make modifications to make it like at least a little funny,
So would you say like doing comedies like that are more challenging in general?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have to like sit down and construct it down versus like Shonen Jump or Shonen, just Shonens in general, where it's like less.
Yeah. Like I will tell you, it takes me way more time to translate an episode, a chapter of Someone Hurts as opposed to like Kaiju number 8 or something like that. Like it's like the difference. It's like night and day. Like it takes me like maybe like an hour for Kaiju number 8, and then it'll take me like a day and a half for like Someone Hurts. Like or like Baki. Like Baki doesn't take me very long to translate a single chapter. I can probably translate a single chapter in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, depending on how long it is. But like with stuff like this, comedy or stuff that requires like a lot of research, like Someone Hurts, because they're not only talking about like language related things, but it's like pop culture related things too, like just TV shows or references to celebrities, or it's stuff like that.
An iconic reference to oh my god, what is his name? Mr. Hands? Not his. No, that's the guy from the video.
Oh, Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic. No.
Yeah.
No, not Mr. Hands. reference? They didn't.
Mr. Hands, dude.
They didn't reference Mr. Hands and Someone Hurts. I swear.
Yeah.
Mr. Magic. I remember you mentioned that, like, so 2 manga I'm translating just referenced Mr. Magic, the 90s Japanese TV magician.
Yeah, Mr. Merrick. I'm sorry. It's
Mr. Merrick. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Merrick. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, no, it was because I also translate a manga called Destroy All Humans, They Can't Be Regenerated, which is a Magic the Gathering manga. And it's also written by the people who did Onani Master Kurosawa. So that's also kind of weird. But they also did mention the same thing, because that also is like set in like the 90s. And it references a whole shit ton of things from the late 90s. Like Mr. Merrick, for example, or fucking Men in Black, or
I get that
from
reference.
Both ends of the spectrums. Yeah, like from Western and Japanese pop culture. So it's like a mixed bag. But yeah, they did reference like Mr. Merrick like twice in like 2 of the manga that I'm working on, which is strange. But yeah, I'm blessed that I'm able to to work on manga like this. Oh, there we go.
I put a classic translator's note where I was like, when I heard what the original line was, I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a rough one.
Yeah, this is a very rough one. Because she actually says it twice in the chapter, so it's like once to herself, and then she like tests it out on a dog. Like the dog is like a little tiny dog called Potato, and her on-air name is also like
Eel Potato.
Yeah. So this one is like I think I was like actually torn between like this and something else, but I can't remember what the something else was. I was like, okay, this works. Bent out of ape makes sense for what it is, because the original was Gorira ni Muchu. So
also for stuff like this, do you get any help from Japan? Are you able to get any help?
Not. So it depends on like what the manga is. I mean, like, I don't get any help. They don't offer any help, and I don't really go looking for help, if that makes any sense. I have gotten like DMs and stuff from mangaka sometimes who are just like, hey, I'm the mangaka. It's like, what?
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty weird. So I have gotten help by proxy sometimes, but I don't.
Did they go, you fucked this up? Why would you make them say that? They said,
oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, because they're also very fluent in English. They're fluent in English. That's why they don't just do it themselves. They just want like other people to do it for them, and also like to lambast them afterwards. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no. I have gotten manga artists who have like come up to me and just like kind of like, you know, either giving me words of encouragement or said like, hey, if you need anything, you know, ask, and I'll try to my best of my abilities, but I don't try to abuse that, you know, all the time. Like, I don't want to like
tell them, hey, stop making this character talk like this. It's really annoying.
Yeah, just stop, please. Stop with the axe. Oh, that was also a thing in Undead Unluck. I mentioned haiku earlier. There was a whole character who spoke in haiku, like tanka form. It was like 57577 for syllables. So I had to translate his dialogue in 57577 in English. So every piece of dialogue was a haiku.
That sounds fun and nightmarish. Is just like, oh man, I can't wait to do this. I hope that person's not in the chapter or in the volume for that.
I also feel
he was
I feel
40 chapters, by the way.
I feel like haiku just doesn't work in English, because the reason why it works in Japanese is because Japanese is like an information dense language where you can less sounds can mean more.
Yeah. Yes, it's a syllabary as opposed to well, they have a syllabary which is like sounds, and then English has an alphabet which is it's basically like, you know, this symbolizes this word, but instead of like this sound, right? So they're individual letters. But yeah, no, it was hell. It's anytime haiku comes up, it's just like, oh god, here we go. Uh, Someone Hurts does it all the time, but like that in Undead Unluck, that was like my hell arc. That was my hell training arc.
Is there a
For
different
about
form of like Japanese writing or speaking that you get challenged by like that? I'm not super familiar. Like like where they do like a manzai and they have like a
uh
total tonal shift or something, or
so yeah, like with Manzai, they I mean depends like um so like formal speech I'm pretty good with. Like there are a lot of like keigo, like there's different levels of keigo too, and like the higher up you go, the more like obtuse the language will get. So I understanding it is fine, but translating it can like lead people to think that the translation is just being stiff. You know what I mean? Because unless you like establish that this character is like speaking to a superior, it actually happened in Baki, where I saw like one poster was just like some of the dialogue was really stilted, and it was like Baki talking to Motobe, like I think it was like in volume 2 or something like that. Yeah, where Hanada shows up. Like he was like speaking to him, and he was speaking like formally, so he like there was like less contractions, and it was like more like formal speaking to an adult, and I guess they took that as like it being stiff. So like it kind of like there's a balancing act, you know. Sometimes when you have to translate certain aspects of speech in Japanese into English that sometimes don't exist, you know, like we don't really speak that formal unless we're like in um like
court
an official
setting.
standing or court setting or something like that. But you do kind of like speak respectfully to an adult, but it doesn't have to be because you don't use contractions or you use this flowery language or something like that. It can
I know
just be
there's
like
a
respectful.
there's a YouTuber named Yuta Aoki, and he was talking about Keigo once, and
Yeah.
he mentioned that he had a friend who started in 1 year just started talking in Keigo all the time, and it
Yes.
was because he loved the character Ritsuko in Evangelion, and so since she always talks in Keigo, he just started doing it.
Uh-huh.
And ever since then, I've kind of noticed it. I've tried to like pick up on it more, listening to the Japanese.
Yeah, like certain characters will only like manga or anime characters will only speak in like regular Keigo, like Trunks from Dragon Ball. He speaks in like future Trunks, I should say. He speaks in Keigo all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, like if you ever like realize, and it's like sort of like he respects all of the people in the past. Like those are his like senpai, those are his older people. So like he like speaks in Keigo all the time. I think
I
that's
need
like
to
the
stop being
reason.
such a baka gaijin.
You do need to stop.
Don't worry.
You do need to stop watching every anime dubbed.
No, don't stop. But like you can supplement it, right?
I mean, I do. I watch a lot of stuff dubbed and subbed, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I only talk about watching it dubbed because it pisses John off.
That's true. That's honestly that's the best reason to watch something dubbed.
Yeah, like
True.
I watch Fist of the North Star, the new one dubbed.
The South African dub that Hokutu.
I watch Combo
Hakutu.
dub. I watch
Columbo.
Kiki and Dolly dub.
Yeah,
All the good
these are
ones.
dubs that Tyler sent me going. He was like, I think I found another dub that used AI. And I don't think we've actually found one that did use AI, but they were just like really low quality dubs.
Right. Yeah. Those are a dime a dozen though. So
Yeah, just like somebody not knowing English being fed a script.
True.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but those are the times we live in. You can't really tell until it's like, what was that deer one? The one that had like the mean one.
Dear friend Noko-tan, yeah. That one had a dub that was kind of dumped on Amazon, and that one was really weird, especially because like I know in Japanese, the blonde girl, I think her name is Koshitan, she is voiced by the voice that was like the sample for Hatsune Miku.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And then they got like voice actors who had never done anything before for the dub.
Yeah, and they had like weird AI translated subtitles,
That's
or like they
becoming
were.
more common.
Yeah, it's I always have to fight back against it, man. Like it's translation is a very delicate process, no matter what it is, no matter how like easy it may be perceived. It's still a lot of time and effort, manpower. Like after I translate a volume Baki, I'm like drained. You know what I mean? Like it's hard. And it's not as easy as people may think. So
Yeah, you're always like Baki on the floor in the cum room or whatever.
in the cum room.
What is the cum room? Why did you say that?
In the cum room. Oh yeah, that's it.
So
Don't worry about it.
So David, you did get a chance. I was kind of
Yes.
curious, especially reading Baki.
Yes.
Not as much reading
Yes.
Baki.
Mhm.
Do you choose what terms stay in Japanese? Because I noticed there were some like Seiken was left in Japanese.
Yeah.
And then there's like a little translator's note explaining what that is, like a karate move. Do you is it your decision to make?
Yeah. For usually for stuff like martial arts terms, or like martial arts terms, especially, I'll like kind of leave them in Japanese, and if so, I'll like either there'll be a note. It'll the way I do like leave a Japanese term in and like M dash, and then it has like another name next to it. I like doing that sometimes because it's sort of like a integrated experience kind of translation note where it's part of the dialogue, so it doesn't break your
Immersion,
concentration. Yeah, immersion. So oh god, post the cum room. Totally broke my fucking fun.
This broke my immersion.
I couldn't hear anything y'all were saying till I could find
Oh god. Anyway, yeah, no, so I tend to like keep like Seiken, or I think like early on like Yujiro, not Yujiro, Dopo uses like Udonde and stuff like that, and then like I'll keep a lot of that like stuff in for flavor, because a lot of the times if you translate it out, it does sound a little goofy. But
I haven't seen your approach on it, but what's your approach on food?
Food is usually, for me personally, I like if it's a Japanese food, I'll like keep it. Oh my god. Every time I try to like think of a
don't think about the cum room.
The cum room shows up in glorious fashion. No, for food, and especially because I'm talking about food. Oh my god.
I'm so hungry in the cum room.
I'm so hungry in the cum room. Like, give me more nom nom. I try to like just it depends. Like, I like keeping stuff like onigiri and because it's like you wouldn't call ramen like Chinese noodles or something like that. It just sounds weird. So, and I don't know how I did it for Baki either, because it changes depending on what I'm working on. I think
can't think if I saw any dishes or anything this early.
Oh, I think the porridge that he eats in the beginning, I think that might have been left in Japanese.
Oh, the whiskey, is the whiskey kept? I haven't even checked it.
Whiskey? Which one?
Hanayama's.
Oh, Wild Turkey? Yeah, that's still there. I don't think they like erased that or anything like that. That's just there.
Okay, because that's a real whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
I
Actually,
mean,
most of the alcohol,
I think Baki drinks Coca-Cola in the first chapter.
He does. Yeah, he drinks cola, and then also the gruel that he eats. I think that was also left in Japanese. And then like I remember my editor adding a note in the gutter, but then like erasing it like later on when it went to print. So like, because he's like, no one really cares. you'll know what it is. Like, it's like food.
Gutter notes. I love gutter notes.
I love them too when they're not like super duper intrusive. Because the one manga I was working on, the Magic the Gathering manga, I actually lobbied to my editor to give me translation notes in the back of the book for that book.
I saw that. Yeah, there's like a glossary. Yeah.
Yes, there's a whole.
That's actually sick. I haven't seen.
Yeah, I
really
actually
like
asked the
manga.
I did a podcast with the Behind the Manga people, and we're going to be talking all about that. So if you want to like listen to more about how that manga is done, check out the Behind the Manga people. They'll be having that episode out maybe in the next few days, so you can like hear all about it because I go into gross detail about the inner workings of that manga. But yeah, basically I lobbied for translation notes because there was just too many references that were integral to the story, and if I did, it would be a disservice not to include them. So yeah.
Does it just say like are there multiple pages of notes? Is it like
Oh my god,
page 2 for this?
I wrote every volume has at least 4 pages of translation notes. So and they're all written by me, and I also have to write the card notes as well. I'll actually I can show you. This is volume 1. I'll put it in the Discord. Like this is like volume 1, and this is later put on to this is later put into page form by the designer in the layout, and it's just like stuff like this is all over this manga. So unlike Baki, where like if they make a reference to like an old thing, it's kind of inconsequential, more or less, or like you can like, oh, that's neat to know. But in like a manga like this, where like everything is sort of like tied to the time period, it's kind of crucial.
I have the power to change this. I can change canon.
No, I mean it's already to print, so it's like it's totally inconsequential.
Yeah, but when they make the master version, it'll say that page 2, panel 5, he touched his butt.
Well,
stop! He's editing that right now.
GG's, I guess. Yeah, but actually, if I had known that Baki, I probably would have asked for translation notes for Baki too. In retrospect, because there are some things that are like neat to know in the context. Because Baki spans like from like the tail end of the 1980s to now, right? So when Baki started, the Soviet Union was still around. By the time of the Maximum Tournament, it is already the Republic of Russia. So it's like that kind of shit. And it plays into the story as well, because there are Russian characters. They're not Soviet Union characters, they're Russian characters, right?
Yeah.
So it's
is it kind of like Initial D, where in the time of the manga, only like a few years passed, but the manga was being published over so many years that like they actually started telling the mangaka he has to include modern cars, and he was like, but my story is still in the 90s, and they were like,
it's sort of like that, but it's a little bit more ambiguous. Like Baki in the beginning, I think it's like actually the late 80s. It should be like 88, 89.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time you get to the Maximum Tournament, it's already like 92. But the entire mid part of the manga is the childhood arc, which is a flashback. So, and he's only been meditating for like a day or like 2 days or something like that. So time gets kind of funky, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Baki went into meditation, you know, like the Soviet Union was still around, and then when he woke up, it had dissolved. So it's just, how do you even work with that? It's just, you just have to go with the flow, like whatever it's just vibing. Like Itagaki's like vibe writing at that point, you know. Like in Baki, the next one, New Baki, they're using cell phones and using computers. And then in the Netflix series, they're using smartphones and stuff like that. So they've updated the tech. So it's not really, you don't know what time period they're really in.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Okay. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of in Ashino Joe, where there's one of Joe's big fights is against a Korean guy named Youngbi Kim. And Youngbi Kim, the issue when they adapted it for the anime is that the manga for Joe was from the 60s, and I think it may have ended in the beginning of the 70s. but it was primarily in the 60s. And Young Bi Kim's backstory is heavily tied to the Korean War.
Korean War, yeah.
And then, so when they he doesn't show up in the anime until 1980. And so he's supposed to be 26, but for the anime, they had to make him 36.
Right.
Which makes him significantly older, like, especially for, like, I think he's like, yeah, he's, not only that, he's not a heavyweight boxer. I think he's, oh my god, what is it called? It's not welterweight, it's not featherweight. Bantamweight, yes. Yeah. And bantamweight boxers, from what I understand, don't last as long as heavyweights. They don't have as long of careers. So it is.
Yeah, for reference, in Hajime no Ippo, the coach was a bantamweight. Ippo's coach. He was a bantamweight, and that was kind of like a reference to Ashino Joe, because it was the same kind of time period. But yeah, no, they don't last very long as fighters.
Yeah, so that's why
in that weight class.
That's the one thing about the Joe 2 anime, is that they had to make Young Bi Kim 10 years older because his backstory still needed to be in the Korean War.
Yeah. They could have just shifted the time of the series, I guess, but it probably made more sense to just make it like that. Because it's like you either make it a period piece or you don't, you know? And in their case, they were just like, nah, fuck it.
I don't think a lot of stuff like that. Ashino Joe made any period pieces, unlike Baki in the Central Cut.
Thanks. Yeah, bring up the So
this isn't a Photoshop. This is a real thing.
Hold on. Let me move. If I move David out of the way, people might be able to see it better.
Out of the way.
You can get this and condoms.
So here, and then I think this is a Baki product called the Strongest Period Cup.
Yep.
I don't really is this sold in the US?
No.
I have no idea. I've only seen this. Like, I've only seen this ad. I think
this just came out like 2 days ago.
Did it really?
Like, it just got announced a few days ago, I think. But the condoms have been around. Did you try to find the condoms when you were in Japan?
The condoms. It might have been the condoms that I saw.
I mean, I know there's a lot of anime-themed condoms. I know Gundam condoms have always been a thing.
Oh, yeah.
See, it's that kind of stuff that I want to go to Japan for. Not like, I can get figures cheap. I can get a fucking whatever. No, I want the daily utensil shit.
When I said I wanted to go to Japan, Kieran was calling me out and getting mad because I was like, I want to see the Ishinomori Museum. That's like a big thing for me. And he was like, oh my god, you're just going to go to Japan for the anime? Ugh. And it's like, yes! Yes, I am!
I mean, hey, man, like, that's why they're there for, you know, like, that's the Japanese soft power. Get you in and get you out, man.
Exactly. David said that's why we made Japan.
Yeah, right, exactly. We've made Japan just for the anime. You know, it's anyway.
A third bomb, but we said no anime.
Like, I'm late. Did they get all the urine out of the tetrahedon or whatever? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got it.
We got it. Yeah. It's right here. It's in the cum. It's in the jar in the cum room.
It's in the cum room.
Yeah.
We peed into the little menstrual cups and dumped it out in jars in the cum room.
Yeah, I'm getting fired.
Speaking of getting,
this is all good promotion for Baki.
This is
all in line of Baki.
The physical release for Baki. I said this before. It is an excellent physical release. I definitely recommend it.
Thank you.
And they're all like under $20. I don't. Is that their normal price?
Yeah, that is their normal price. Sometimes they go on sale for even less. So I think like Amazon had them for like 18 or something like that. Like maybe 2 months ago when I was in Japan, I saw them like drop in price for some reason. Not too sure why.
If you live next to Kinokuniya like me, you get the first volume. You get I think a little free shikishi board.
Oh, do you?
I think so. Or they might not be doing that anymore. It was like till supplies last.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that they were doing that. I know like Kodama themselves do a little like, you know, promo stuff. They'll give you like I think during Christmas, like if you bought like $30 or more, you got like a jar of sand from the underground arena, and they do like cute little shit like that.
Fucking sick. I didn't know that.
Manga Kage, I think his name is. He's an manga tuber, and he has a whole video that is basically an unpaid promotion for Kodama Tales. And he was just like, I love this company so much, I just wanted to make this video. He's like, if any other company had said like, we're gonna give you a vial of sand for like buying a certain amount, I would have told him to go fuck off. But because it's Kodama, I'll buy 5. Like he was like really like, you know, it's got that like, you know, plucky underdog kind of thing going with it. You know, it's and fans seem to like it. So
I love it. Like I love when companies try and do so much with their stuff. That's why I think it's so important for these anime and manga companies not to just go, oh, money, and to actually get people who are fans of things to or these things that they are getting to be involved in production.
As an Anituber, occasional Anituber, I guess, it is so, and like I talk with Hayden and all my other friends about this stuff. It's so frustrating when we see a series we like is getting brought over, and then the licensor gets like some dude who doesn't know what he's talking about to promote it. I think the most infamous one is a little old now, but there's the Chibi Reviews promoting an Evangelion book, and he's clearly never seen Evangelion, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like of all the stuff he should delete from his YouTube channel, that's the one video that he was like, this is too embarrassing. But I won't dive into that anymore.
I mean, I am very pro let the fans talk kind of thing. Like for me, and especially for me, because I do like interacting with fans. I love interacting with fans in real life and online, as long as they're nice. Like as long as they're not like coming to me like, you know, saying the N-word or something to me like crazy style.
That's always a plus.
Yeah, it's always a plus. Yeah,
that's how we got the stream going.
Yeah, that's how we got the stream going, just by racial epithets. But you know, no, I really do. I do like that, and like I love like interacting with fans. Like, but a lot of translators, like myself, don't like doing the whole like, you know, like being so front facing, because like they get a lot of abuse. They get blamed for a lot of stuff. So, and it's really unfortunate, like in my opinion, because like, you know, a lot of the fans, like a majority of the fans are really cool, like, but they're just like those not cool fans that just kind of like ruin the boat for everybody. So that's why they tend to be
they like a lot of people don't understand that you are like you're doing your best, but in the grand scheme of it all, you are a middleman.
I am. Like, I'm not even a middleman. I'm like the bottom of the totem pole. If you really want to get technical.
Or like I also just hate when people fucking jump on voice actors for doing a shitty job for a certain character, and it's like, my guy, I can pull up another fucking job that voice actor did, and they did great. Most of the time, it's like depending on where they're recording, like whoever is directing them.
Dude, if you look at the example I always use, because so sometimes people will try to argue that, you know, certain years of dubs were better, and my point I always make is that, like, no, it was always a toss-up, because the same year that Cowboy Bebop got dubbed, they dubbed Pilot Candidate for Goddess, which is one of the worst English dubs I've ever heard. And I found out recently that the dub was so Bandai was like so upset with the dub that they never hired that studio for dubbing again. And it's like, it's got like that dub has like big voice actors. It's got Peter St. Paul. It's got who's Ty from Digimon? Joshua Seth.
Joshua Seth, yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a bunch of big names, but like it's all the deliveries have the wrong emotion. The mouth flaps don't match at all, which is insane. That's usually like the one thing they can get. Like, hey, stop when they stop. But yeah, it's a terrible dub, and it's just like, yeah, these are all good voice actors giving bad performances because the studio was a bad studio.
Yeah, I mean,
they chased and everything.
No.
I'll be honest. There's a big studio out there that only just chases and doesn't do beeps and does not let people re-record lines. and they've fucked up so much stuff. And they've also been, John, what was it? Ranma. They didn't add like
no,
a
it was
character?
Urusei Yatsura has 2 episodes
Urusei
where
Yatsura.
it has 2 episodes where they forgot to dub a character. I actually just watched the movie Frag Time, which was dubbed by that studio, and I didn't realize it was dubbed. I was like, oh, this got a dub? I didn't know that. And immediately, I hear a character talking like this, and I go, what year was this dubbed? This movie's from 2019. And it's that studio.
Yeah. Like, and even to bring it back to manga, right? A lot of people will say like, with Lou, like Sentai moment, right? So a lot of people will like see something like fucked up in like a Viz printed book, and they'll be like, "Oh, classic Viz," and it's kind of weird because like, I work for Viz as a freelancer, right? Like I'm a freelancer. I've done plenty of Viz books at this point, and sometimes stuff slips by the cracks, and sometimes it's not even like their fault. Sometimes it's like literally a printing error, or like someone in QA didn't catch it or something like that. And because your name is attached to it, and the only time they ever look at the colophon of the book is when they want to blame somebody. They'll like go like, oh, this had to be your fault, fuck you, like, so I can get it, like, when you do put your name onto something, you kind of do bear the responsibility to a certain extent, but at the same time, like, it is kind of like, you
don't want to blame Stephen Paul because they call him Zolo.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, because that's totally not his fault. Like, that's absolutely not his fault. They had it as Zorro and they changed it, and then it just stuck like that because, like, well, we're not changing it now. Look at fucking Case Closed.
Yeah.
We're just now getting it back to Detective Conan. Like, it's not like stuff like that where people think it's the translator's fault. Sometimes isn't even, we're not even close to being responsible for it. Like, case in point, I just did the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure novel.
That is actually the next thing I wanted to bring up. That's Purple Haze Feedback.
Yeah. It is Purple Smoke Distortion. Thank you very much.
No, okay.
Trademark, registered trademark. For that, that was, so I translated the entire novel straight. I did use names that were attributed to other characters or like other stands that had like established names. So like if Gold Experience was referenced, I had to make it God, what's it?
Golden Wind.
I can't. Golden Wind. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
They're gonna change Tusks to Steel Ball Run. Watch.
That would be so cool.
I don't want it.
They're
gonna change. What is, because Gyro has one that they're gonna change to Steel Ball Run.
Steel Balls.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, in any case, whatever that turns into, that the names in that book are like left untouched for the enemy characters, who all have stands and names. Some of them have names referencing Jimi Hendrix songs, but I just translated them normally, and that's what I was told to do, because whatever they do with like changing the names and whatnot is not decided by me. It's decided by people above my pay grade. Like, so they run it through their people, and if they say like we got to change it, they come up with something, and then it ends up there.
It was interesting talking to you about that, because I had always assumed that Viz did that like preemptively, because early on, it felt like they were a little bit lax. They would change names here and there, and then by like part 5, every name is changed. And so I was wondering if like Viz was doing that preemptively, and then maybe something happened, and they were like, "Oh, we got to go a little harder on this."
I don't even know if Viz comes up with it. I think that it's like a Shueisha thing. Like, I think Shueisha gives them approved names that they've like come up with or something like that, because I literally do not know. I wish I could tell you. I actually missed my chance to translate JoJo from the beginning back in 2013, because my friend who used to work at Viz was trying to get me in after he had graduated from college, and he didn't have enough clout. And by the time he did get enough clout, it was like 2019, and he had already translated parts 1 and 3. So maybe he would know a little bit more than I would, because he was actually on the ground floor for that. But not me. I came in, as you see, with purple haze. I'm sorry, purple smoke.
What?
Distortion.
Purple smoke distortion.
I have to make that legally distinct. But I don't really know. I just know that I translated them the way I translated all the names the way they are, and then they got approved somehow, and that's how they are. And I don't know, like for Over Heaven, I'm not too sure what will fly, because I've been using the part 1 through 3 names as they are. So I don't know what will actually be in there, or like, maybe they'll change some stuff. I don't know, because there's not really much to change, because it's already changed. So
I was gonna say parts 1 and 2. I'm trying to think. I remember parts 1 and 2 being. It was very minimal. It felt like with the changes. Mm-hmm. I did originally watch those fan subbed, so maybe I'm just not remembering it well. But I remember
there was
I think Straits is Strizo, but maybe that's just a different reading of the katakana.
That's literally just how the name is supposed to be read. It's Strizo and Dire.
Okay.
Straits is like a fan translation thing, because it is a reference to Dire Straits.
Yeah, and I remember, because I remember finding out that we always called him Wham, because that's what the fans translation called him, but it is actually spelled Wamu.
Wamu.
And
it's Wamu.
It does have an extra character that the band Wham doesn't have in its name when you translate it to Japanese, so it is supposed to be Wamu.
Yeah. And AC/DC, only that is actually spelled different, not, you know what I mean? Like you say it the same, but you don't spell it the same.
Yeah, that's why when they put it in English, they usually spell it like EISIDI.
Yeah, SEDC. Yeah. So like for stuff like that, there was also the Dio Zombies Plant and all those other ones. They were like throwaway characters, literally.
Yeah, they literally show up, say their names, and die.
Yeah, but there's also like Tarkus and Blueford. I think they got changed as well.
Yes, Bruford became Blueford. I forgot about that.
Blueford, yeah, that's right.
Blueford.
Yeah, Blueford, and so like I don't know who decides all that shit, because it's different between like manga. Well, actually, I should say it's different between what period of manga, because I remember the Shonen Jump Advanced version of Part 3. I have all those volumes, by the way. I found them at a fucking flea market for like fucking $100, and
is that the printing where they changed the dog to a rat?
Dog to the rat. Yep.
Hell yeah.
We have those. We have the physical printing downstairs in our living room.
Yeah, I snatched all those shits up, because I'm like, I need to see this for myself, because I missed out on it when it was coming out. But those also have a different like kind of localization style. I think that Oingo and Boingo was Mondada and Zenyatta or something like that.
Zenyatta, yeah. And were those not retained in the new printing?
No, those were Oingo and Boingo.
Really?
Yeah. Like I said, it's different. I don't know how this works.
I'll be right back. I got pee-pee.
Oh, no problem.
Okay, bye.
No. Okay, bye. Yeah, so like I said, I do not know how this works. For JoJo, at least. I know like how it works normally, because it's, normal style, but this is like JoJo style, so it's like all different. And especially because I'm working on Baki, they just give me like carte blanche to like write names however the hell I want, which is nice. I'm glad I'm not like beholden to the weird ass Sea King Kaio or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's one of the things that's unfortunate about, like, we talk about Stephen Paul, where a lot of the One Piece stuff is just like, he has said like, I would translate it this differently, and he has posted like, this is how I would translate it if I had the free range. And
that's kind of how he got the job, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically I don't know how much of this I can actually tell. I mean, I guess it's public knowledge.
I mean, you just
Stephen
give
Paul.
me a social.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I mean, like he. I think he's on Blue Sky now. I don't even think he's on Twitter anymore. But I remember like it was kind of public knowledge that he did fan translations before. He posted scripts on a place called Arlong Park.
Ben has it archived on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah. So I remember that was like how I even knew about him. I just recently met him like last year at San Diego Comic-Con. I've known of him for years, and we've interacted, but I just never saw him in real life. But yeah, no, he got to start doing that. Like this would be if he were to translate it the way he wanted to, or like, you know, not beholden to any like prior spellings or anything like that, he would probably do it a different way. But you know, he got the Zolo version, so just have to roll with it, you know. Just like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's all fucked up too. Like,
yeah, I mean, it bugs me with Dragon Ball because I've always said like Dragon Ball is one of those series where you could retranslate it and reprint it and it would be profitable. Like, I know that people clamor because when I was saying this in my own chat when they announced Detective Conan was getting reprinted with the original Japanese names, and everyone was clamoring, what about this series? What about that series? And it's all series that wouldn't be profitable to retranslate and reprint.
Right.
Dragon Ball is one that I can see you retranslating, reprinting, and then it makes his money back.
Oh yeah,
you have a perfect opportunity to do it too, because they just released that cool edition in Japan where every cover is drawn by a different mangaka.
Yes, actually, this is a not well-known fact, but for one of those covers, for the Dragon Ball re-release where all the mangaka redraw the covers, one of them is drawn by the artist of Undead Unluck, Yoshimi Tozuka, and on the cover, I think like Bulma's going like, "Hey, wait up" or something like that, and that dialogue bubble, I translated that. That was a
nice
that I got through secret channels to so that on that cover that's I'm a little piece of history if we dig through the weeds long enough.
There's a good chance I might end up with those, and if I go to a con with you, I'm gonna get you to sign that.
And then I'll be like, I did this, and then my bosses are gonna be like, what did you do? And I'm like, oh wait, nothing.
What'd you do? Rip it from your hand and eat it.
Yeah. It would be nice. I mean, like if they had that as like a special dust cover or something like that. I feel like there are so many. I've theory crafted with my one friend who used to work at Viz for like who's pretty high up there, and I've always theory crafted about like the DB re-release, you know, or like you know how this would go. There it is right there, the 31 volume re-release. I was like, oh man, we could just like have like a dust cover, and we could have like, you know, it could be a premium thing, and like we could reuse. Well, they already used the Kanzenban covers for the Viz Big editions, which kind of sucks because that edition's actually not that great.
Out?
That came out in maybe like 2000. I want to say that was like 2009. Was it 2010? I think it was like 2000, either 9 or 10. And yeah, it's like once they print a 3-in-1, they tend to not re-release it for a while. Yeah, there we go. It's on screen right now for the
making it big.
And the one that I helped contribute to is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is that? It's the one that's like on the very end with Gohan and Krillin. Yeah. That one was done by the Undead Unluck author.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
I wonder who did that one next to him, where with Piccolo. That's a complete,
yeah. Gee, I wonder.
That's a complete mystery.
That's a complete mystery. No one knows. Yeah, it would be great if we could get this in English somehow, or just a re-release, just a retranslation. I would love to do work on Dragon Ball. proper. Like I've worked on the book by his editor,
Torishima.
Torishima. Yeah, Torishima's manga Ultimate Manga Techniques, which was a prose book about how to create a jump style manga, and some of the inner workings of. It's actually a very interesting book if you want to learn about like how Shueisha's manga system works, and like he goes over royalties and media mix stuff and a whole bunch of stuff that's like just very very interesting. And I highly, yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Can you? Who do we have to fight with to get Jump Ryu translated?
I have no fucking clue.
Do you know
I don't
what
even
that
know.
is?
No, I have two. I
Okay.
have
Yeah, because I have all of them. I fucking love
Oh, you
it.
do? Yeah, I have the Toriyama one, and I have the Kazuki Takahashi one. And the Kazuki Takahashi one has been uploaded to online like to hell and back, and so is the Toriyama one. But
The Oda one
specifically,
too.
yeah. I have, yeah, they're in my closet somewhere. But I don't know. This is like so. It's like two problems. How do you sell a DVD in this climate, and how do you sell something that's already been uploaded like 15 million times online? You know what I mean?
You make the packaging of the poster more important for American releases, and just like I don't know, I just want that. I would just love to read what it actually says inside, because they come with this the info book and then them drawing, and like the reason I bought them all is because I wanted the little the drawings that they come with, and then the unfinished paneling.
Right. The Genga. Yeah, I don't know how we would even market this in this climate. And I don't even know who would handle this. Like,
Me.
I know Viz would look at this and like, no. They would just be like, no. Because I've tried to pitch a lot of things to them, and it's all been like, no, there would be no market for that.
From everything I've heard, Viz is a lot more open to stuff than, I mean, different market entirely, but than Funimation was.
Oh yeah, I mean, but like you have to understand that like Viz is basically the biggest manga publisher in the.
They're like 70% of the market.
America.
Yeah,
they're 70% of the market. They have a bunch of different imprints. You know, so they don't just have like, it's not just Viz. They also have like a BL imprint. They have like a shoujo imprint. They have like, you know, Viz Sig is sometimes its own thing, and then like Shonen Jump is its own imprint.
Wait, what is Viz Sig? I've never heard that one.
Viz Signature is like sometimes it's like straight up Shueisha or just Shogakukan books that don't quite fit the mold for like either brand, like like a Sunday manga or a Shonen Jump manga, like or like it's from a different magazine completely. Like Go 13 got released as like a compilation.
Oh yeah, like it was like a best of,
best of, and then sometimes it's just like for like more adult.
Kingdom it's sort of like that.
Kingdom is under that as well. It's not quite. They didn't put it underneath Shonen Jump, but it is on Shonen Jump. Like you can find it in the vault, but it's underneath the Viz Sig label. So that's one of like Viz's like more like weirdly complicated labels, because they have a lot of like mishmash stuff in there that they feel like would need a better representation as like a more adult label or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. I pitched Zetman. I swear to God, I pitched Zetman like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, why don't you do Zetman?
What is your dream manga to translate?
Well, I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bring over.
It's Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm sorry. I've always wanted to translate Yu-Gi-Oh. I learned Japanese to this level because of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've always wanted to retranslate it. Because
I learned English to this level because of Naruto.
There we go. Like it's a little bit more nerdy in my respect, because it's not about ninjas. It's about fucking card games. But you know, it's not. It's a little less cool. But I really would love to translate Yu-Gi-Oh. And
Are there any glaring issues in the current translation of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. And
Name?
also like, well, I don't even know who to attribute it to. It's more like there's just general things that irk me about it, and I'm trying to be generous about this. So, but also the lettering and the like, a lot of the stuff in the current version is a little 2000s. It's very 2000s. They had a penchant for like deleting text by just slapping a big round edged box over everything.
The early days of Shonen Jump.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I want to reserve judgment for that because it is the best way to read the manga in English, but it also has a lot of stuff where I would just be like, I would love this with a fresh coat of paint and modern lettering, just like Dragon Ball. But Dragon Ball does have like a lot of like glaring errors, attributed to not so credulous people.
I'm kind of shocked that they haven't done a re-release of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, like, there is a re-release of it that came out in the mid 2000s. It's like they call it the Bunko edition because it's like Bunko edition means basically it's like palm size, so you could like read it on the go essentially. But it has like all new covers done by Kazuki Takahashi in his Corel paint era of his life. So like they're really good. They're really awesome digital drawings, and the new he updated some pages, some better, some worse, some to eliminate all the hexagrams, because that was around when they were like getting rid of all the hexagram icons from like Shonen Jump manga, because they didn't want that smoke from Israel, I guess. But he also updated a few of the chapters to have like extra scenes, and there's just a bunch of stuff in there that would be worthy of a re-release in English. So I would really like to be part of that, and I think that everyone at Viz knows that I would. And if they gave it to anyone else, I'd probably kill them and steal their body, working their flesh as a skin suit.
I do know he. Yeah, Lou mentioned it in the chat. I do know he edited Zork's penis.
He did. He edited it so it's not a giant dangus; it's a belt.
In David's version, it would be a dangus.
Could you get Raphael to make this a dingus?
I will. No, they just keep it. You can just keep it as it was. It was a dangus.
Well, I mean, can we add like more text, like action text, as say dangus?
Oh, I see. Yeah, you want to add the actual peener. I gotcha. There is a part in very unfortunate translation in the English version where after the final battle with Zork, and it's like Seto and Atem like talking, he like gives him the Millennium Puzzle, and he's just like, in the original, he's like, I want you to rebuild Egypt to its glory, and then I think in the English version he says, okay, Seto, make Egypt great again. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh no.
He says it while wearing a red hat.
No. He's wearing the He's wearing the make Egypt great again hat.
He's wearing a mega hat.
A mega hat. Oh no. He's not. He's anti-woke. Oh no. Oh yeah, no. So I would definitely want to be like. What do you want to do to all
the Jews in Israel, or not in Egypt? No.
Oh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about how the pyramids were built. So yeah, I do want to like. That is one of my biggest ones. Another big one of mine is Cobra. I want to like space.
Oh, I love Cobra. Yeah,
that'd be badass.
I didn't it recently, like within the last couple of years, get a re-release?
You mean the anime?
No, because I remember there's a manga YouTuber called the Omnibus Collector, and he was talking about additions to his collection, and he mentioned Cobra, and I assumed it was because Cobra got re-released.
Not in English, to the best of my ability.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that was like, I do remember.
Was it maybe uploaded to like maybe like digital? Maybe they made it available digitally, and he mentioned it.
I don't really remember, because I do remember the only edition that is out, well, was out, was the full color version that the manga artist did himself, like back in the day, and that was like it's a weird edition. But it was like an official version of Cobra, but I don't think Cobra as a manga has been released for in English for a while. So
To hover on that for a second, that it was like the coloring was done by him. I know that's super
yes,
rare for like
the
JoJo colors aren't accurate or done by
no,
Araki.
no, those are like the digital editions that are done by like Shueisha, and like in Japan they do that a lot for manga, where they'll digitally color stuff and they'll just like use a mishmash of like whatever their anime colors were, plus like some stuff they saw on like the covers of books and stuff like that. But for Cobra, it was like a edition that the artist Buichi Terasawa he did himself, because he got into digital coloring. That's why some of the like re-releases of his manga have like a digital, like a very weird waxy digital art style to them, because that was like him getting into that kind of style. And I think the edition I'm thinking of was done in that style as well, and it looks kind of weird. It's not bad per se, it's just weird. But I want to translate the original, Shonen Jump, Weekly Shonen Jump version that is black and white. Oh hey, there's a kitty. Is that your kitty?
Yeah, that's my cat. She just got up on the desk and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna read."
She's gonna, with Dopo's giant head, his giant weird head.
She's like, "I'm the cat he kills."
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's
Cobra.
That's Cobra. The version with Buichi Terasawa's like interesting art style.
I was gonna say, this looks. I haven't seen this art for Cobra.
Yeah, it's
so like
yeah,
badass instead of the goofy man he is.
Yeah, no, he definitely is goofy as hell. He's a goofy ass. That's why I love him. He's like goofy ass James Bond, and that's why I wanted to.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Cobra is like my favorite sort of archetype for a manga protagonist, because, and I feel like these characters are kind of based on him, but like the Joseph Joestar, where he's like super competent in battle, but is also a goofball.
It's my favorite archetype.
Yeah.
That's my spirit animal.
Like, I mean, he's practically just a copy of him, but set in a comedy. But fucking, I just watched fucking Space Dandy.
Oh yeah.
That's basically, he's like turned up to 11 though. Like I feel like that's just like almost like a deconstruction of that archetype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's like the extreme version of that. Someone in the chat says, I think Lou says it's under comics nowadays instead of Shueisha. I don't think it is. I think, although it does seem like it would be, because Buichi Terasawa was like probably friends with Hara and Hojo. I don't think it is under their purview. I should ask. I've been trying to pitch it for a while, and I do not know who. I think it might just be a Shueisha thing. So, yeah. The Vertex Devilman coloring is wretched. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was like the comic book version, wasn't it? Of Devilman. That was like the one where they tried to like they tried to like put Devilman in floppy form. This is like before the days of like manga coming over and just being manga right to left. So they had like the floppies of and they did this for like Dragon Ball and like Silent Mobius and like a lot of other early series, where they had like the they would be in comic book stores instead of like retail stores. And Devilman had this like really grody colored version of the series, and it looked kind of tacky. It was like a tacky version. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. Yeah,
I
like
remember
this.
having something like that for Dragon Ball, where I think we got it at like a dollar store or something, where it was like a few chapters, but they were
Yeah.
in left to right.
Yeah, that's what they would do.
I
Floppy form.
definitely had those too.
Yeah. Those were the Viz. That's how they released manga back then, unless it was like in an actual graphic novel, like an American graphic novel, where like the skinny ones. Because I think oh god, Ranma, Dragon Ball, they all had like a floppy release, and then sometimes they would get the compiled version. Um, Silent Mobius as well. I have a few. Fist of the North Star, famously enough, also was like that as well. And I have a few of those floppies sitting somewhere around my room.
Lou mentioned Bao. I also have the Bao floppies, and I know the Bao floppies also translated Sumire's name as Violet.
Violet, yeah.
Do a little.
That's what it.
That is what it means, but
yeah. But also, that was back in the day when they were trying to localize as much as possible to make it appeal, because there was a big stigmatism against like Japanese stuff back then.
Yeah,
and I don't really think
that was really popular back then.
Yeah, that's. He just showed me the Family Guy Cinemanga.
Oh yeah, no, I showed you that.
Yeah. That's that was all that was popular back then, was the Family Guy and Simpsons Cinemanga by Tokyo Pop. Stu
it was
Levy
really
just,
hard to
like,
penetrate past that.
It was, yeah, just like the menstruation cup we have so prominently featured on screen, who is the fourth character in our gallery here. But no, I mean, that back in the day, there was a really big stigma against Japanese media in general. Like they wanted to like cover it up a lot. Like it was like, that's why the whole initiative of like 4Kids is like a thing, because it's like no one was like, oh, that's weird. Fucking.
Have you ever seen the credits for Gigantor?
I have, yeah.
Created by Mitsutaro Yokoyama and Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley, yeah, exactly.
It's like that's I don't think Mary Shelley made Tetsujin 28. Actually, I think she made Frankenstein.
Yeah, might be a little off. You know, well, give credit where credit is due. Yeah, we'll give credit where credit is due. But yeah, that was like a lot of like the post-war, you know, anti-Japanese like fomented sentiment that kind of rolled over into the soft power era, where, you know, after like the bubble and whatnot, where people were just kind of like, you know, Japan was the enemy, you know, because they were like in business at least, you know, because they had such a stronghold over like production and stuff like that, and a lot of like TV and media, they didn't want to like, you know,
yeah, there was the whole thing of like burning Japanese cars.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. And I think you've covered this in a few of your videos as well, which I've watched. And they were very good, very, very good. So,
thank you.
Yeah,
I was shocked when I first spoke to you, and you were like, "I've seen your videos." I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah, no, I definitely have. I actually, I followed you. I think I followed you before, and I think something happened where I unfollowed you for some reason, and like it was probably an accident, because I don't remember unfollowing you, but then I followed you back after like I don't know what happened. Like I was definitely following you.
I may have said something negative about the Undead Unluck anime.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you might have like said the N-word or something, and then I just like, nah.
I definitely didn't say that.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, yeah, it ain't worth it. No, I'm just kidding.
We get really close to it though.
You know what's funny? I was gonna make a joke about Ben couldn't be on today because I'm gonna do a whole story where you did something racist, and I'm not, and we're not friends anymore. And he's like, John, I'm just afraid that not all of your fans will get your humor.
Yeah. And I think it was like the first one I saw of your videos was actually like either the Speed Racer one or the Cyborg 009 ones. And then I just kept watching after that, and I oh no, it was actually, I think it was the Ghost Stories one
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of my friends, and this is like even industry people, didn't know the rabbit hole of like why that dub exists in its like form.
Yeah.
So like and in order to explain it to them, it would take me like an hour. But you like boiled it down to like 16 minutes. So that was like perfect. So I would like send it to them like so.
Dude,
Um
I would hear people high up at Funimation repeat that like misinformation about ghost stories.
yeah. Yeah. No,
Well,
dude,
and here's the thing is that
yeah.
like I understand that like you wouldn't question it because if like the voice actors who worked on it are saying that, it's like, oh, okay, well, I assume they know, they must know what's going on. They worked on the show. But then like
Exactly.
you look into it and it's like none of this adds up. And the guy who said it is like super like sneaky and has also done this to other shows, but they just haven't gotten the notoriety as this Ghost Stories dub.
Yeah, no, it's that it was, yeah, exactly, because I remember a lot of the other dubs that he did, and I remember them being like equally off and oddly anti-Semitic,
Like
sort of.
the Guin Saga dub, the first half is like a normal dub, and then the second half he starts adding jokes and like Simpsons references, and it's like,
Yeah,
like, did the creator of Guin Saga give you permission to do this?
yeah, they did. It totally did.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
definitely. Oh, they did. Yeah, you see, Guin Saga was like, it was like a bad show, so like they, whatever to make their money back. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's how that works.
And,
That's what they usually talk about when they license an anime is how to make money.
They always talk about that, like in chapter and verse. They're just like, yeah, you know what? I really want you to make like an anti-Semitic joke here. That'd be great.
Can you
talk about
hello? Can you reference The Simpsons, please?
yeah, Simpsons joke onegaishimasu, and they're just like, oh yes, kashikomarimashita, and then they like add it, and then like it's like, okay, that's weird. But no, I've been your videos are really good. So I was I always like blunt force trauma information like presented in a like dry, almost like dry but like with a little bit of humor peppered in. Like I really like those kind of videos because I feel like that's how I explain things.
That's I see. I love that, and like I get people who, when the joke comes, I've had a lot of people not get it, and I understand that like I'm talking to an audience that's a little out there, but like
Yeah.
like for example, there's one in my in one of my 70s mecha video when I'm talking about Get a Robo, I'm talking about the episode where they go into a volcano and they have to kill a dinosaur, and I'm like, yeah, way to rip off Evangelion. But I say that with like no prompting of like this is going to be a joke, and I had two people tell me like, Evangelion comes later, and I'm like, oh, then later than Get a Robo from 1974. Thanks, I must have just missed that. Really,
that's what I think I like about your videos so much is that you don't give like your jokes are just go. We're not giving it like we're not gonna hang on this. This is a talkie video. You're learning something. Here's something funny. Fuck you, move.
Exactly, and that's why I do that all the time. Like a lot of the times I will just stone face like a bald face lie or something like that, and people will just be like, "Are you serious?" And I'm just like, "No, it's so ridiculous that like why would you even humor that? Like it's such a bald face lie." And it's just so funny. It's like, "Yo, Get a Robo was like before that." No, I didn't. I have a fucking video about Mitsume ga Toru and fucking Cyborg 009. I had no idea. Yeah. Like that's the kind of shit where it's like, yeah. But like I have to like be careful of that because I remember way back in the day, I was on a panel and it was about Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually. I was there with because I know the guy who made the Abridged series, Little Karibo. So I was on a panel with him.
We also know him.
Oh, so we also come from a very long. I used to do video for Team 4-Star for
Team 4-Star, yeah. And I know all of them too. So
a super duper famous abridger.
Yeah. So I know all of them, and I've been friends with them for like years, to varying degrees of depending on who it is. I'm closest with Martin and Kaiser and Lanny. Not Lanny. Lanny. We speak sometimes, but like anyway. I was on stage with him, and they were introducing themselves, and he doesn't need any explanation. But at the time, I was like in my 20s, and I was like just this schlub, and I just knew a lot about Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was just like, oh yeah, I'm Antfish, and no, I'm not. And then I immediately said, no, I'm not. My name is blah 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 blah. And then after the show, they're just like, oh man, I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Abridged. And I'm like, did you not hear me when I said no, I am not? Like, it was such a bald-faced lie, and I even corrected myself afterwards. Like, how did you? And then what the funniest thing was, like, that stuck. Like, people from that panel told other people, like, dude, Antfish knows so much about you. So I got DMs from like random people going like, dude, I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And we are two completely different black people. Like, me and Ant are two totally different black people. Like, we could not be even.
You're not even Canadian.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's Canadian.
He's Canadian. He's also, at the time, he had dreads. Like,
that was a long time ago then.
Yes, this is a long time ago. Like, this is Dread's Ant era. I'm
gonna tell him I'm doing a stream with this clone.
Yeah, he's my boy. I love Ant. But yeah, no, like, I have to correct myself sometimes. I have to like be conscious of myself sometimes, because sometimes I will just say deadpan shit and people will believe it and like be very convincing about it. Like,
you have to make it something super duper insane to where it's so hard to believe it. And at a point, because I do the same shit, I've gotten to the point where it's like, if you are believing it, it's your fault and your problem. If you think I'm jumping in a volcano later, then have a good day.
Yeah, exactly. Like, all right, well, if you believe the sky is green, that's up to you.
That's like how we were always. I don't know, Tyler. I don't know if you remember that joke, but when we kept referring when. There was that one guy who called TMS it was like, I think TMS was doing Sakamoto Days or something, and someone was like, TMS, the Rent-A-Girlfriend studio? Ugh. And so anytime we'd bring up a TMS anime, we'd always go, the Rent-A-Girlfriend studio. And then someone posted that clip from Batman the Animated Series when it's Clayface morphing. And they were like, this was animated really well because it was outsourced to TMS. And I quote retweeted it with, the Rent-A-Girlfriend studio? Yuck. And someone was like, TMS is a long-standing anime studio that has a long history. And I was like, it mustn't be too long if I've never heard of them before Rent-A-Girlfriend. And they were like, they've been making anime since 1964 with Big X. And then I replied, yeah, I just looked into it. I think you mean Sonic X. And yeah, that was pretty big.
I think my favorite interaction for that kind of shit I've gotten is a few years ago, we were about to stream and I tweeted like, had a really hard day. Women, right? Twitch.tv/Coisplay. With like nothing from it or anything. And someone replied like 6 times with like I agree, women are, and then just down. And I went, holy fuck.
Was it Grant?
Oh, no.
It totally was Grant. On that though, do you ever I get enough seldom enough Twitter interactions that I check everybody that interacts with me. I just got somebody who liked my liked and retweeted a Kaiji tweet. Like, just, they're releasing more Kaiji stuff. Okay, well, who liked this? Whatever. This person doesn't follow me. That's the first thing I see. And thank God, as I scroll down, it is just a shit ton of racist stuff. And I don't even see the Kaiji thing they retweeted from me.
Oh, that's Tobuscus.
Yep.
It's Tobuscus.
That happens to me all the time. Like, it literally happens to me all the time. And I often wonder, like, how in the fuck these people find me, because like they'll just be like they come into a thread so half-cocked. They don't even know who I am, what I do. Like, for the translation notes, right? That I sometimes post translation notes of the manga that I work on for Shonen Jump, and I'll post them and I'll give them this deep explanation and blah blah blah, and they're just like, yeah, I'm so glad that, localizations, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, I'm the translator. Like, they'll just be like, I can't wait till they stop making translations woke. And I'm just like, brother, I am the translator. Like, like what is going on here? Like,
what if you translated that was woke?
Yeah, I was just like, come on, man. I'm the fucking translator, and or like they'll go through the entire thread. They'll have this whole conversation with me, and they'll be like, "Wait, you translated that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." What the fuck? How did you read this?
Was?
Why do you think I posted this? They're just, I thought you were a really big fan. I'm like, well, I am, but I work on fucking manga.
This is, I think, my favorite example of all of that.
Oh, that's the classic. I saw this a few days ago. Of
oh yeah, the author of Heavenly Delusion. Have you checked that theory with the author? I am the author.
I am the author.
Oh, he's been community noted. The community note says he is the author.
Oh damn, he got fucking owned. I'm so sorry for that guy.
What's crazy is that is also a Japanese person. I feel like you should be even more aware if you're Japanese.
More tapped in.
If it was an American, I'd be like, okay, yeah, he doesn't know, but like,
right. So I will obscure the names for the sake of protecting who this person's identity is, but I recently posted like I think Fantagraphics was like releasing this manga, and the lettering is like super chopped. It looks really bad. But there was this one guy who like came in like, and he was trying to tell me why it happened, even though I told him like, yeah, I even listed like, hey, the lettering's all fucked up, the text is off from the baseline. I was using a lot of technical terms, and then he just came in and was like, yeah, it's probably saving their team a lot of money. Small companies do this. I'm like, brother, I know what I'm talking about. Like, why are you trying to mansplain it to me? Like, dude, you just came in here and you didn't even see who the fuck I was. You just assumed that I was just like a random nobody. Like, I don't know. It's just very strange.
I hate like, those kind of interactions where it's like somebody is talking to you a certain way, especially like at a party or something. And then they find out, like, oh, you worked on a thing that I like? Let me come over and now suck your cock instead of being the cunt I was 2 minutes ago.
That's happened to me a lot. Especially, I don't know if you two know this, but there's a game that my friend made. It's a very popular horror game, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh, yeah, Dan Salvato, yeah.
Dan Salvato, yeah. So he's a good friend of mine. And I did, recently I like posted like something from my Facebook memories that was like 10 years ago of like some designs of Monica that I drew, because I was doing like the initial character designs for that game, and I was like, oh wow, it's been 10 years. Wow, that's been like a long time. The shit blew up like fucking crazy. It was like fucking, I got like 6,000, 7,000 followers in one day.
Holy shit.
Like, absolutely nuts. It was absolutely nuts. I was like, this is crazy.
That's just another thing. Like, I just started following you on Instagram, and I didn't even know you did art. Like, looking at the art on your Instagram, like, holy shit, it's awesome. You should, like, I know you say you don't have time, but
yeah,
like, even just post some of that older art. This is all great. Like, I love this.
I used to do that. Like every Thursday, I would like post like some like Throwback Thursday shit. But I ran out of time, and you know, after I'm done with work, I'm just like, time to veg out or sleep, you know? But I initially wanted to be a mangaka, and that's the whole reason why I even got into the manga sphere, was because I wanted to draw manga for Japan. And I like submitted and got my shit sent back, and, you know, with like, you know, comments and stuff like that. Oh, oh no, not Rasta Knuckles.
I love Rasta Knuckles.
Oh my god, that was like a picture that I drew because a friend of mine named my friend Arda. He was playing a build of Project M that wasn't public, that had Knuckles in it, and Project M is the Smash Brothers mod, the famous one, and Knuckles had like a side B that did like fucking 2,000 knockback or some shit.
Is that the one where I remember he originally had a drop kick? Was that the drop kick?
No, it was just a punch. It was just like a big. It was like a Falcon punch with no fucking wind up. So he just had like a side B punch that did like 2,000 knockback and just like KO'd you in one hit. And he's just like, you know what's even more based, or he's like, you know what's even more based than this fucking Knuckles? Rasta Knuckles. And I'm just like, what do you mean by that? He's like, Rost and Knuckles. And it's like he's just smoking a spliff and like, so I had to draw that. I just like on the spot, I like drew it. And we laughed over this fucking like drawing for like, I don't know, like an hour. It's like fucking great. But yeah, no, I used to draw manga and I got my shit sent back. There it is. Rost and Knuckles, the goat, the legend.
Have you ever considered trying to? Because we just had Ben entered. What was the contest? Was it?
Yeah, I forget what it is. It's funny because I will say I did, even though I may have already mentioned this, but even though Ben couldn't read Baki to get in on the stream, I did want him to try and be like, hey, you can be in the chat and like ask questions because I know he's read Someone Hurts and a couple other things you've worked on, and he's a huge fan of Undead Unluck too.
Oh, nice.
So I was hoping he'd be around, but what he told me was, so Ben does freelance editing, and he was he got a new assignment, and I think he was getting done with it in time where like, oh, he didn't have time to read Baki, but he might be free around the day of the stream. But then he apparently just got hit with a new project, and it has a hard deadline. And according to him, what he said was, the deadline is doable, but he has to, as the kids say, lock in.
Lock in. Yeah. I mean, like, there are, like, nowadays, like, back when I was submitting, this is, like, 2011, 12? No, 2010 to 2012, I should say. And there was not a real pipeline for, if you wanted to make manga in Japanese for a Japanese market, you had to kind of just be in Japan. Nowadays, there are like ways that you can do that like as a remote thing, but back in the day, there was no real market. So I had to like either move to Japan or that was it essentially. Like I submitted, for like contests and just like I sent it over and like thank God there was like an editor that wanted to look at it and send me some feedback. But like there was no real pipeline for that back in the day, and nowadays there are like a lot of contests, and like you can even like contact some publishers directly and like see if you can like work out something. I think just recently there's a Kodansha is working with an Indian manga artist, and he's like got a serialized work right now. In
the
one of their
big one I can think of is like No Name by the guy who made who wrote Cyberpunk.
Right. That was part of their like Manga Plus's contest. One of their contests. He won. I don't even think he won. I think he maybe like got second place or something. Or maybe he did win. I can't remember.
I think I don't know. He's serialized into 2 volumes.
Yeah. I remember that. There's also like Viz has like the one-shot program with their originals in print. So and like there's and you get your shit like looked over by the editor-in-chief at the time who was in Bakuman, Sasaki-san. He and a lot of others in the originals department will like guide you through. So there are a lot of avenues, right? Nowadays, but like for me personally, there was none back then that really. There were like a few contests that I entered. Actually, one that I did, I barely wasn't able to submit for. That my friend who actually got me the job at Viz, he had to like retranslate the submissions that did win into Japanese because it was like an international manga contest, and one of the winners, they were going to get printed in like the Jump, like Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, so he had to like retranslate their stuff from English to Japanese. So it was kind of funny.
Is that like 1,000 times easier?
No, I'm not. From English to Japanese, it's kind of harder. It takes a lot more time. That's why I don't like it. I don't take that kind of work anymore. I used to, but it's just so time consuming because you have to kind of like think of like euphemisms backwards. As opposed to like you look at something in another language, you're like, what would that be in my source language? As opposed to like you look at something in English and you go like, what would that be in the language that I speak
Yeah, it's like how does this language say the straw that broke the camel's back?
Exactly.
And it's like
yeah.
that's a bit harder than like they give you an expression, tell you what it means, it goes, okay, I can figure out what they mean.
Right. So it's a lot easier to translate from your mother language into a target language as opposed to the other way around. Like I've been speaking Japanese for a long time. Like I've been speaking Japanese ever since I was like in middle school. Like, and I've been proficient at the language for like almost like 2 decades at this point. So I've been speaking English and Japanese as about the same amount of time. So I feel like I'm confident in either, but it's far easier for me to take English to Japanese work as opposed to Japanese to English work. Oh, no, I'm sorry, other way around. Japanese to English as opposed to English to Japanese. Just by principle. There are some that can do either or because they're like native, they're more native level or like they're more confident with it. I would say that I'm kind of native level, but I don't know. That sounds kind of presumptuous.
Did you say you said that you used to take work like that? Like
Yes.
what was that? Like comic books, or was there like other winners or manga, English manga?
So before even manga and media in general, I used to do technical translation. I would do contracts and legal documents. Sometimes I would do like manuals and stuff like that from English to Japanese or Japanese to English. And like that paid a lot better. It paid a shit ton better.
Oh, I'm sure. And anime and manga do not pay.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's for the love of the game. But I used to do a lot of that work through channels, like the freelancer centric websites. I would take work from there. And they would usually have like really strict deadlines and stuff like that. I would also do Skype interpreting for businesses that would have like business meetings and they would need like an interpreter on the spot. So they would like use Skype and I would like Skype in. This is before Zoom, of course. But yeah, I would do stuff like that. And it was just the opportunities for English to Japanese work were a lot better in the technical field than in like media field, because if you're in the media field you're going to be doing more of that technical translation. You're going to be like communicating to Japan or something like that, or writing business emails or something like that, and I've had to do that as well. I've used my language skills both ways to communicate like with certain clients. I remember I worked on a game called My Girlfriend's a Mermaid. And after that, because I worked with that on with a company called Sekai Project, and then after that game released, the president of the game, the IP holder, contacted me directly on Twitter, and in Japanese, of course. So, and then asked me if I wanted to work on another game that his company was making, and that was how I set that up for myself. And a lot of stuff like that will happen, where like people will ask me to do work via. That's why I still have a Twitter. Really, was because a lot of people will contact me through Twitter, through the DMs, even though now DMs suck ass. So
they're terrible. Like I've talked about how everyone I've had on this, I've had to tweet at them like, I sent you a DM a month ago.
Yes.
If you think I'm scum, that's cool. Just wanted to check and see if you don't, you have a DM from me inviting you on. Trey from Zatch Bell Updates was like, "Oh my goodness, of course I'd love to be on. I just didn't see the message." I was like, "Okay, cool, nice." And then I think Dylan G had the same issue. Luckily with Hayden and Kodacha Girl, I just had them on Discord, so that's always the best way to just reach out to people.
Pretty much, like that happened with us, by the way. If that wasn't clear to the audience, both of them had to DM me in order for me to even see them. So
I almost got God's Will to reach out to you.
That's hilarious. That would be so fucking funny. Just a random DM from God's Will.
It's like, oh no, did I mess up on something? Like,
no, it would be weird. Well, it would have been weird because I do follow the Viz social media people. Like we know each other, so like it would have been like, the hell is this for? But yeah, no, it was very unfortunate little mishap. But I'm glad it all worked out in the end. So
little context. God's Will is my friend who runs the social media for Viz.
Yep, that is exactly what. He's also a friend of mine as well. So
Godswill's awesome. Literally one of the sweetest people ever.
Yeah, he does the Viz panels now. Because back then, well, not even back then. It was only like a year ago where he would run them with another guy by the name of Urian, and Urian is actually the editor of Someone Hurts right now. Like, he's my editor for that series. But he would always come to the panels in a big red glittery blazer, and he'd have like a pink mohawk and like these Liberace sunglasses, and he's a goofball. He's a real
big presenter.
He is a very big gay presenter. Yes, he presents. He's he is gay, by the way. I just wanted to make sure I'm not like trying to like, just like a cost, like, oh, he's gay. Like, no, he's
this big gay person.
Yeah, no, he's a big gay. He's a big gay lovable man. But he used to work with Godswill on panels. I think the last one he ever did was like promoting Rooster Fighter at San Diego Comic-Con, or no, AX Anime Expo. So
I feel like that one was also one of those, like, that was the last big manga psyop I saw.
So I was thinking that too, and I wasn't going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. Where what was the term people were using the term industry plant?
Industry plant, yeah.
Where it's like, oh, we invested a lot of money in this, so like we're gonna make this look way bigger than it is. Because me and Tyler, do you remember? I still have Rasta Knuckles on the stream. Hold on, let me just.
Don't take him down.
While you take him down, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. Yeah, Tyler, do you remember the big push behind Zom 100?
Yeah.
Where like Viz was offering tons of money to people to promote it. And you were gonna get me that deal, and then I watched the anime and I was like, this is kind of like whatever. Like, I don't hate it, but it's like I definitely don't like it enough to promote it.
I definitely don't like it enough to eat for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I do feel like I don't want to promote something that I'm just like, I think is passable. Like,
it's just okay.
Yeah.
If you want to watch something that'll fill up your time while you're eating and like might make you want to kill yourself, I don't know, guys. Watch Zom 100.
You can like Zom 100. I didn't hate it. I didn't like it enough to feel comfortable promoting it for money. I
haven't seen anything that I like.
All right,
what else was it? Because it was Zom 100, Rooster Fight, and there was something else between those.
Black Torch, probably. Is it Black Torch?
I don't think it was Black Torch, but now that you're talking about that one's manga got canceled and it's getting an anime, right? What the fuck?
Yes. Is that the one that got canceled, but then they were like, actually, it's good, bring it back?
Yes, they were like, it got canceled and it only has 4 volumes, but they're making an anime out of it. And it very much reeks of I don't want to say this.
I don't want to call you out, but you peed real fast. That was like
I did.
That was like I'm a little impressed.
No one said anything.
Yeah, I just went, and then I actually washed my hands with my pee. I find that more efficient.
Oh, that's a good speedrun strat.
Yeah. Just like real quick, and then but Black Torch and Rooster Fighter, and to a lesser extent, I guess Zom 100, but because I worked on the manga for that a little bit. Like I covered for the translator on that on some of the
well, it wasn't for the manga, it was for the anime when it was
for the anime. I know. I'm just
trying to get everybody.
I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible.
No, we understand that you have a job here, and we're just lobbing stuff.
Yeah. But it does seem very, in my opinion, I'm just like, oh, okay. There is a really big push for these series. So I was like, okay, well, I guess they're putting a lot of money behind. But the Black Torch thing was just very experimental, if I can say it like that. Like it's a canceled manga, and I don't even know if like people in the States even knew about it. I don't know if anyone knew about it. Did anyone know about that manga
I
before?
didn't know about it. I thought it was that other one. I literally, when people were talking about it, I thought it was Black Cat.
Black Cat. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. I thought it was Black Cat as well. I'm like, oh shit, more Black Cat. And they're like, no, this is Black Torch. I'm like, what the hell's that?
What?
I mean, it looks
it's
cool.
Canceled.
But...
And it's getting an anime? What the fuck?
Mm-mm.
So I wonder if, I mean, 4 volumes, that's probably enough for one season, so.
Maybe they'll do more. Maybe they'll expand upon the story. You know? You never know. Someone
fun.
mentioned...
I love how they're changing Bleach.
That's true. That's true. Someone in the chat said, like, realistically, how did you pee that fast? Did you wash your hands yet? No, like I said, the pee it's sterile, right? So like, if you just pee on your hands a little bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's why I also use it as toothbrush, on my toothbrush. Right. I pee in my hands and also just run it through my hair.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Anytime someone's got a scrape, I pee on it. Sorry, go ahead.
If you go to Japan, and if you ever go to Japan, go to a public bathroom and watch people wash their hands, because they will wash their hands with no soap, and then they will run their hands through their fucking hair afterwards.
What
the fuck?
It is so gross. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's so gross.
The thing that I've heard about Japan too is that, so like all the Ichiban Kujis or whatever, you can get a towel for everything, like a little neck towel or whatever. I've heard that like there's not really like paper towel dispensers anywhere, and that's why you have to have all these like on you or whatever.
Yeah, so whenever I go to Japan, everyone's carrying a piss wiper like around with them, like a handkerchief, but they'll use the handkerchief like as a regular handkerchief as well, so just to like wipe the sweat off their brow as well. The tenugui, like they'll use like that's like a Japanese. I have one right here actually in my. I can't really show it, but because I don't have a webcam, but I have one right here, and you use it for anything. Like they even show you like you can use it to like carry your lunch, or you could use it to wipe the sweat off your brow or whatever. But yeah, in Japan, they don't have paper towels. They've just started putting soap in bathrooms.
I didn't know
since
that was
COVID.
Just a thing. Oh my god.
So and it was really funny. I went to a Yodobashi Camera, which is a department store, and I had to use the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and then I was like looking around to see where the soap was, and I'm like, where the fuck is it? And then my brain didn't even parse it, but there was a single small tray with a bar of soap. I'm just like, I'm not using the communal Yodobashi bar soap to wash my hands. Like this, I just like ran hot water over my hands to make sure that I could like sear off any bacteria, but it was like so fucking gross. I was like, someone used that.
Is it just common to not wash your hands with soap, or is it like a thing where everybody has a soap product that they have on like their pocket or whatever?
I honestly think that people just kind of like wash their hands, and I'm using air quotes here, up until COVID made like, hey, maybe you should like have something to kill germs or something, and they're like, oh, that's a good idea. So they started putting soap in public bathrooms, because I do remember before COVID, when I went to like public bathrooms, there would be like no soap anywhere. You would just have to like fend for yourself or whatever. Just really terrible. But yeah, they just invented soap in Japan. They didn't have it before then. You had to kill animals and use their fat as a antibacterial.
Oh, I can't wait to get all my anime-themed soaps now. Hurry up and release a Baki-themed soap. I'm tired of having this menstrual cup inside me.
I think there is a Baki soap, isn't there? There has to be, right?
Where do I actually find products? Because, like, you know what I want? Because I'm positive they exist in Japan, and every now and again we get a trickling of it over here, or I have to get on, like, Ami and dig through fucking hell to find it.
Usually you'll find them at, like... Pet stuff?
Like, I want... Like, I know for a fact that they have some Dragon Ball and Naruto and One Piece, the big guys, themed pet stuff, like like collars or dog beds and stuff. And I've seen that, but I know that they make like, oh, a little dog collar or cat collar. Or here's a cat toy that's whatever themed. It's fucking Zetsubo Sensei or whatever his name is, hanging himself at the end of a cat toy string.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff
sometimes
like that.
sometimes they'll have those like I don't know if you know what Don Quixote is, but like sometimes they'll have them at like it's like
oh, he loves One Piece.
Yeah, I love One Piece. I know what that is.
Have you ever played Yakuza?
No, but it's just like a Lawson's, isn't it, or whatever?
Lawson's is a convenience store. The Don Quixote is sort of like if a Walmart fucked a Kmart and had the same proportions as a fucking like a Target, sort of. Like it's sort of like a all-in-one store that like sells a lot of goods. So you can buy like anything from candy to underwear to fucking like sometimes they have like a grocery store inside.
I thought that's what Aeon was.
Aeon is like a department store. So like that's more of a you will find all that kind of stuff in there in different kind of shops. Or like you'll find like home goods and stuff in there. But like Don Quixote is like literally like
a big box store.
It's like a Walmart. Like it's like a Kmart. Like I don't even want to say Walmart. It's like a Kmart, but like for more tchotchke shit. And they like you can find anything from like razor blades, candy, marital aids, pornography. You can find all sorts of shit there. So they also have like themed stuff. Like they'll have like the stuff you were talking about, like for pets. Like they have pet stuff there. But they're all over Japan, like Don Quixote, and like there are other places as well, like Yodobashi might have stuff that's like themed. What like usually I thought Don Quixote was the 17th century. It is, but it's also the name of a chain of Japanese all-in-one stores.
Yeah, the 17th century guy was just a big weeb and made a story based off these stores. It's his what do they call it? Gajinka of the store.
Yeah. It's a Gajinka of the store. They didn't Gajinkify the windmill, but just the guy. I just moved to San Francisco and there's a Daiso near me. Yeah, and I'm so thing Japan pilled right now. Daiso's another like tchotchke store. That's more of a.
It's a dollar store. I live in Dallas, where we have like seven. We have like, no joke, probably 20 around here.
Yeah,
I love Mitsuwa.
Mitsuwa is like that's exclusively an American store that is Japanese for Japanese people, because we have one here in Jersey up in Edgewater.
Does yours have a Kinokuniya in it or anything? Because I've only seen the one here.
We actually ours was actually converted from another bookstore, but Kinokuniya bought them out and turned it into Kinokuniya, because before it was just a normal. It was like a mom and pop Japanese bookstore, but then they like sold it to Kinokuniya or something.
Oh my god! Okay, so on all that shit, then does your area have a Kura?
No. Okay, so. And I live really far from that Mitsuwa, but up towards Edison, which is about 30 minutes away, we have a Kura. We just got a Kura like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, so you might not have seen it like when they first came here, because I think they've had the one in LA forever, right? But when they first started coming out to Texas, they were Kula. And then they changed the name? It like a year into it to Kura.
They Zolofied it?
Yes, but backwards.
That's crazy.
So it had the L and then they gave it the R.
Damn. Major L.
Major L taken away.
They took away the L. That's crazy as hell. Crazy as L.
Crazy as L.
No, but I didn't realize that. I guess by the time it came here, it was already Kura. Because I remember when it first opened, you had to get like a reservation. Like they had like online reservations for a fucking kura sushi, which is, if you've ever been to Japan, you've ever been to like kaiten sushi, like the revolving sushi, it's crazy to think that you needed like a fucking like reservation in advance, like 2 hours in advance for revolving sushi. It's supposed to be like a place where you go with your drunk buddies because you need some place to fucking like eat with like 6 people, you know, not like
for like the first
reserve a spot.
2 months of them being open, they it's just good luck getting in. Now they have the app and everything, and you can literally
that's what they were doing.
I'm on my way.
Yeah. They had like the app, but even like if you had the app, you were still waiting for like upwards to like 2 hours because there was such a queue. Like it was like so crazy.
And it's not that cheap anymore. Like at least whenever they opened pre-pandemic, it was like $2 a plate. Now it's what, $3.50?
Holy shit! No, I've seen like upwards to like $4 a plate at the Kura near us. It's like
that
nuts. It's like so nuts. I'm like, this is supposed to be cheap sushi. Like, what the fuck? This is absolutely ridiculous.
I want what is the big gyudon place? The big gyudon chain in Japan. I want one of those.
Which one? There's several. There's
whichever
there's
one's doing the big one with One Piece right now.
Is that Mitsuya or maybe I can't remember which one.
You can keep saying stuff and I'll nod.
Matsuya, or is it? Yeah, it's Matsuya. Matsuya is doing the One Piece collab. But there's also like Yoshinoya and Sukiya.
That's the big one that I've heard of. Yeah, Yoshinoya. And they're the one that one guy like lived off of for like ever.
Who's that?
There was this. Apparently, they have like a point system, and you can gamify it to where you can almost just survive off of it every day. And there was a guy who ate one thing off of their menu every day and posted about it on like a blog for years.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, I don't remember that, but like that sounds very Japan coded.
Yeah, and I think it was also a thing to where like you could gift each other points and stuff, and once he got popular with it, people were giving him so many points where he could like literally just live off of it if he wanted to.
That's awesome. I would totally live off of Yoshinoya. They're probably, I don't know, like I don't really prefer them, but like every time I stay somewhere, there's a Yoshinoya like close or nearby, so I just go to it by default. But
like it always looks good. I've had that stuff. There's a ramen place here it's called Ramen Akata. And they do all of that. I want more places down here that just do like more. It sounds so specific. Just grilled gyoza. I feel like it's so hard for me to find anything that is not fried. I want grilled gyoza where it's just hard on one side.
Oh, you want like the pan fried ones that are like they have like the crust.
Yeah. Everywhere else just does it Chinese style where it's just you fucking fry the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean those are popular. I mean they usually do that because it's less easy to fuck up. I mean it's less hard. It's easier to fuck them up, so they do them Chinese style. So or like, you know, they just grill the whole thing.
I know, but
because otherwise you get like a big black like crust on the bottom, and you know. There is a Yoshinoya.
Big and black in my mouth, please.
Okay, well, I mean,
that's why we brought David on. So,
hey, I thought you said you weren't going to say any slurs.
I didn't say a slur. I just alluded to something that was potentially racist.
There we go.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone.
Happy Juneteenth. Yeah, we still got an hour left in Juneteenth, so you know you gotta get your.
I have
in.
2 because I'm very inclusive.
Yeah, I'm just.
Guys, I think we actually do need to wind it down. Everyone else took bathroom breaks. I did not because I am, I'm kind of a martyr, you know. But yeah, so. I'm before we call it a night, anyone in the chat got any questions for David or Tyler?
Yeah. Also, I don't think we almost talked about Baki We talked for
We
3
did.
hours. I think we talked about Baki for maybe 30 or 40 minutes of that.
To be
I
fair,
like that.
to be fair, I planned for this to only go for 2 hours. So an hour and a half of this is like extra material. It's the after show.
That's true. And to be fair, I really do think that we talked a lot about it. Like, maybe not like specifics, but there were a lot of like anecdotal. There we go. Things that yeah. So I do think we talked a decent amount about it. Oh my god, the horse drill.
I don't know. It's another one that just popped up on my Twitter, and I need to find someone who speaks Korean.
Have you read Tetsunabe no Jan?
I have. I know there's an anime coming out for it, but I have not read it. I would like to do it. I would like to read it because it does look kind of up my alley. It does look like Baki for food.
Oh wait, is that the?
Oh, that's the one that looks like it looks like
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's got like the really thick, hard line style. Yeah.
I was so shocked that was getting an anime because I read a good bit of the manga for that a while ago.
Is the manga for that from the 90s?
I think it's like from the no, it is from the 90s. It's like maybe 94 or 95.
Yeah, okay, 95. Yeah, it looks very 90s.
Oh, okay. Damn, the kid's good. I knew that shit off the fucking crack. And I think it is an Akita Shoten manga too, right? So it is in the same. It was like in Champion along with Baki. So, but yeah, I do want to like at least check it out. But let me see something. What's been your favorite joke to translate so far in Hertz? Oh my god. I think the one where oh god, it was like the one where basically like Mime was like being timid, and the original joke was Mizuo saying that he's a like he's like the Finding Nemo fish. I forget the exact English name of that.
Clownfish?
Clownfish, yeah, but in Japanese it has the name it has like kakure in it, which is hide. So like in English I made it so it had basically kakure fukuro or something like that, and his last name is Fukuro yeah. So I made it mimicry. And so like mimicry, I made it like, oh, are you doing mimicry? I think that one's my favorite because that popped out of I was like, what the fuck am I going to do about this? Am I going to have him call him a clown or something? Like that's gonna be really insulting. Like I can't have her go like, what are you being a fucking clownfish or something? Like it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's that one. I'll find it later to I'll repost it or retweet it or whatever because I really did like that one. That one.
Have you gotten to
popped
do any
out
work for Faku?
No, but I know several people. I know the CEO. I know like a few of the letterers. I know a few of the people that work, behind the scenes. They're wonderful people.
Well, Faku also owns Dempa, right?
Yes, they own Dempa and Kuma. Dempa is actually. So Dempa is owned by Faku or bankrolled by Faku and run by Ed Chavez. And then Kuma is also like their BL imprint, like their like straight up BL imprint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
if you're translating like a hentai, do you have like how voice actors have what are they called? Fake names for doing.
Oh, like stage names, like
stage names.
Yeah, or Genji names or whatever you want to call them in English.
Do you have to? Is it recommended to do that for any kind of like hentai series or whatever, even over here?
Not really. I've done a few that weren't from. They're on my anime news network. You can find them, and also I used to do Nuke games for Sekai Project, so I just used my real name. Except for like one, I think, but that was like when I was still like I don't want people to know I worked on this. And then after like 3 or 4 games, I'm like, fuck it, whatever government name it is. I think I just used my initials, like DE or whatever. A friend of mine was like, "Oh, since you worked on like Boys Love, you should have like had like a pseudonym for that." Because I also did Boys Love for Viz. I did Sayonara Game, Daisy Jealousy, and one more, Takara's Treasure. And they're like, "Why didn't you call yourself BL Stein?" I'm like, "God damn it, that was
Ooh,
good.
that's a good one.
That is good.
That would have been good, but I've already established, so fuck. I know one of my rewriters heard they named themselves the Smut Whisperer. That's pretty fun. But no, usually, I mean, like, it depends on how like serious you are about like hiding your identity and how you know how your prudish level as it comes to like adult material. But I'm not prude at all, so I don't give a fuck. Some people might not be, but that's up to them.
Well, I think even like Alex Lee, who's like a pretty popular voice actor right now, said that he almost didn't. He only audition. He doesn't like to do anything that has like any kind of like anything too sexual.
Yeah,
and his first like one of his first roles was like in Rent a Girlfriend. Bringing up Rent a Girlfriend again, my favorite anime. But he said like the only reason he auditioned for it was because he was like new to the scene, and they told him he just had to audition for everything, and he was like, oh, I don't really want to, do a role like that, and they were like,
yeah,
just you just need to apply because they want to see people who have initiative, so just submit it, and then you probably won't even get it, and then he got it, so.
Yeah. Well, I know like it's a little bit different for voice actors. Like I know a lot of voice actors, like my friends of mine that have done hentai under like a pseudonym or something like that. So I know it's a little different for them, and they do have like a more of a the industry does kind of like look not so favorably, or like they do look at you a different way if you've been in like hentai or whatever. Like I don't, it's not my domain, so I don't want to speak like an expert on it, but like I do know from anecdotal evidence from my friends, like they do use it because of that.
Well, that's funny because like there's a couple of like big voice actors who have been in hentai, and I don't just mean like everyone knows the Dan Green one, but like
right.
I think it's Grant George who's in like still in tons of stuff was in a couple hentai.
If you work in this industry, chances are you've done porn in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Outside of anime, I guarantee you a ton of these people have done audiobooks and porn.
Yes, exactly. I just want to get through some of these questions. Are you doing any more Helk, the sequel series that haven't been released in English yet? So Helk, I did the regular series. I did like the main series. And I really wanted to do the sequel series. I wanted to do the Pee-wee spinoff because I love that character because he's a little goofus. But I don't think they're doing. I don't know if the sales weren't there or anything like that. But they haven't asked me to do any more. So, but I would love to do it because I love Helk. Helk is like a hidden gem. I don't know if either of you have read it, but I would definitely recommend that manga if you want like a story that is it seems more goofy than it actually is. It's a very heartwarming story, and the characters are very likable, very very likable cast.
I watched the anime for it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
I like the setting and just the relationship, especially just between Helk and the one girl who's like
Vermilio. Yeah. It's really fun. I don't know when they're going to make more of that, so maybe reading the manga would be a quicker way to get through the story. But yeah, I would love to do some sequel series if the sequel series that's I think on Comic Key, but I don't know. Sheena Markov, what's the most difficult manga you've translated? What's the most difficult one? I don't know. They're all kind of like difficult in their own way. Oh, there was a manga called A Manga Editor in the Countryside, which was a story about a manga editor who gets fed up with city life, so he decides to live out in the countryside, and he ends up farming. Like he like makes his own little like rice paddy, and there was a lot of like really they start getting into the nitty gritty of like fermentation of like rice and stuff like that, and there was a lot of like weird like technical words that I had to like learn in order to translate that manga, and the pay wasn't very good, but I loved the author. The author's like he was actually it was like an autobiographical book, like because he's like a manga editor right now. He used to work for Morning. I don't even know if Morning still exists. He might be in another magazine now, but he was like such a nice dude when I interacted with him, and I was like, wow, I really like this manga. I just wish I got paid more for it. I think the ones that are like the ones that stick out in my mind as difficult are the ones I got paid the less for.
That's always how it is. I feel like I give up a lot for the cooler jobs. It's just pay for like most of the time. It's like, oh, you need a thing for that? Well, I know that you have no budget or anything. I will do that for access. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, like I did it because I wanted to work for Kodansha, and that was like Kodansha Digital. Like Kodansha has like 5 different sects. Like they have 5 different imprints, and they're all different from one another. So I didn't know which one I was actually applying for. It was like, oh, okay, Kodansha. I want to do Hajime no Ippo, and maybe this will be a good in. But then I ended up like, it was the wrong imprint. So I was like, oh, well, that was a nice little experience. Like, you know, I don't regret it at all. So,
on that, do you, are there any like like we've been talking manga the whole time, but like in the same vein, is there like do you have any interest in translating like any manhwas or light novels?
Well, manhwas are Korean, right? So I don't think I could be able to. I don't think I'll be able to do that.
I didn't even. My brain didn't even. I'm so out of it. We've been going for 3 hours. I'm tired. Well, hey, are you okay. Do you plan on learning Korean so you can translate this horse drill meme for me?
Yeah. Do you want? Would you learn Korean and retranslate Solo Leveling?
You know
Can
what?
You make Solo Leveling good, please?
Those sound like awesome fucking things for someone else, but not me. You should probably ask someone else who's more experienced in Korean, because I will never ever do that shit. No. To answer your question, no. But I have done light novels. I still do light novels from time to time. Mostly like shoujo muke stuff, which is kind of funny considering my background. I'm here in the Baki cum room with the goddamn the world's strongest menstruation cap. So it's kind of funny that I do like heartful shoujo light novels. The most popular one is by J Novel Club called The White Cat Plots Revenge on the Dragon King's Lap, which has like 8 volumes at this point. So that's a neat little series. It's not very typical of the isekai heroine going to a different world to be OP kind of formula. It's actually pretty cool. I think even like, you know, chud ass losers like us can enjoy it, because I do. But
I always have issues trying to find something I'd enjoy as a chud.
Yeah, I mean it is very hard. I mean, we only have like 5 words in our brain at any given time. It's like meat, sex, women.
You can't judge a place by the pimps and the chuds.
There we go. And I'm definitely a chud.
Guys, I have to shit and my dogs have to shit. Is there any more questions?
I think there was my favorite Justice Chojin. No problem. My favorite Justice Chojin is probably Robin Mask. I like Robin Mask a lot. He is just a cool design. I like his anime color, his toy anime color where he's just all blue. I think he looks a little too naked in his manga colors, because he's just like a fucking English dude with like wearing underwears. So
yeah, he has like he's supposed to have like human colored skin, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to have human colored skin, but in the toy anime, they made him Robin Blue, like, because his name is Robin Mask, and they said that his armor is made out of sapphire, so they made it blue. But then, like, when his mask comes off, he still has like the blue shit on. Like, I guess it's like he's got like a jaundice fucking, or not jaundice, but like he has like some sort of like shit that turns his skin blue, like as a mask or something. I don't know. They never really explained it. They just like his skin's blue. Fuck it. But yeah, Robin Mask is my favorite, and I think that might be all the questions.
I've never seen Ultimate Muscle.
You should.
He said Ultimate Muscle instead of Kinnikuman to make me mad, and I'm not going to fall for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
But I do like Robin Mask. He does look like Optimus Prime.
All right. Well, the gaslighting John is over.
Mercury poisoning. Thank you. I was thinking of like what would make your skin blue.
There was a guy I won't even get into it. There was a guy on like Oprah or something who's like turned blue because he was like drinking silver because he thought it had healing properties, but it just turned him blue.
Is that RFK?
No, it's just like an old prospector guy. He's just like literally.
He turns a worm in his brain blue. John, whenever you gaslight people, do you call it mercury poisoning?
Yes. Okay.
Well, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just blowing.
Say.
Does take that. RFK does take that stuff, methylene blue, that turns your brain blue. So maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Would you say he blew his brains out?
No. He blew his brains out. Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop saying things that will get my stream taken down, which I've unfortunately done in the past.
Yeah.
When I told people to go to eHentai for art.
Boy.
I was trying to show an art book, and then I forgot. Oh yeah, eHentai is a porn website.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Okay. Thank you for coming to the stream, everyone.
Thank you.
I was John. This is David Evelyn. Thank you for showing up.
David,
thank you.
I appreciate
so
much.
Thank you.
No,
David.
I appreciate it. I'll love to come on anytime you ask. So
if you, yeah,
we're gonna come on each time for every Baki part.
Tyler, you're never
sure.
You're never coming on ever again.
I fucked this all up.
Yep. There you go.